Welcome, everyone, to Realm Divers. So, my name is Ramsey. I will be the DM for this campaign. We are set in the Wildmount setting. For those of you who are Critical Role followers, the entire basis of this campaign is 2 or 3 dice roll differences. My party has already discovered what would happen if the Mighty Nine died in their fight with Oban. That is the basis for our campaign. So, I'll introduce my players first, starting closest to the screen here over on my right.
Hello, my name is Nassim. I play Solus Draco, a level 3 barbarian with the subclass Wild Magic. I am a half-elf, half-dragonborn.
Hi, I'm Karis. I play Orisi Shola. I'm a high elf fighter from the Arashari.
Hello, I'm John. I'm a dwarf, and also a rogue with a subclass of Soul Knife.
An abnormally tall dwarf.
Yes.
Yes.
I should mention I have a beard.
Yes, you do have a beard. He decided he needed some beard ointments when he was in his teenage years. Additionally, just to set a baseline, we will have a lot of homebrew mixed in with this campaign. There is, as you already know, we have a half dragonborn, half elf sitting on my right over here. Additionally, if any of you are really invested, we have vestiges that we've also modified and created our own. So please don't yell at me. This is our game. That's it. I think we should get started. So I'll start off with a recount, as this is not the first session we've ever played. The party first started by running into each other not far from, I was about to say Craghammer. That is not the right city at all. The city you two are from.
Uthadurn.
Uthadurn, there we go. With these two gentlemen meeting at Uthadurn after a very, very unfortunate fail at stealing some form of relic, they ran out of the city, where they then ran into a certain character in the Orderon Wilds, being our character over here, Orisis. Speaking of which, yes, you guys introduced your character names, right?
For everyone except Zavelja.
Yes, that's right. We do have our fourth character over on the left who is not on stream right now.
The mysterious Kalishtar, because I'm the greatest sage around. There you go.
Yes, our Kalishtar cleric over there, Zaveldra. Yes, so Solus, our Dragonborn over here, tried to stop our Saint Dane over here from stealing something. They were presumed to be helping each other, ran out of the city, where they then ran into Orisis in the Orderon Wilds. After making their way down south towards the Dwendalian Empire, they ran into Zaveldra, who had been wandering through the woods, who had also had no memory. We then had our party move further down until eventually they arrived at Nogvarakt, where they were tasked with going to Rexentrum, as there has been no contact from Rexentrum for almost a week now. After traversing into the forest, they very quickly discovered that the forest had been infested with many different types of demons, mostly low-level demons that they ran into, although still, for a low-level party, was relatively difficult. And once they were eventually able to make it through the forest, they saw the insanity that unfolded. The outside of Rexentrum is currently surrounded with hordes of demons pushing their way into the city. And in the center of the city, an arcane dome has been formed, protecting the central district where the king, as well as the towers for the... Wow, I'm so losing my mind here. As well as the towers for the... I'm actually gonna kill myself. What is going on? Either way, protecting the central of the city. They were able to interact with a guard shortly, who, after going to bed, a couple things occurred. One, the ground started rupturing, and chaotic arcane energy was shooting up through the ground that engulfed both Draco, here on Solus Draco here on the right, as well as Dane, resulting in their subclasses. After a little bit of maybe a not so smart decision, someone decided to attack through a crack down, criticaling, and causing a massive explosion and rupture that launched the party most of the way back
Was not
through the
pleasant.
forest. Some died, some nearly died, but the party was barely able to keep themselves together, and a little thing occurred. You see, back in Nog Varot, Dane had come across a certain weapon, a maze-like dagger, that had a demon possessing it, and as so was cursing and possessing him in some degree. After this was uncovered, and he killed the guard that they recovered, the party decided that they needed to purify the dagger, as well as get back to Nog Varot and figure out what the heck is the plan next. After doing so, the Starosta of Nog Varot decided that they needed to start making preparations for some form of counterattack. So the party was tasked with sending word down to Hupperduke. Once arriving at Hupperduke, they came in to a explosion that occurred near the base of a mountain, where a certain Sken Zavaris was escaping from the Gearhold prison. The party decided to hide and stay out of her way, while they discovered that many demons, lower-level demons, had actually assisted in the escape of Sken. After spending a night doing a couple personal tasks, getting lost at a brothel, having some little, let's say, interactions, the night unfolded where another revelation occurred. During their time back from the forest, a certain magical item was recovered in the forest, a tan bag with little fuzzy balls in it. And by sheer dumb luck, when Solus Draco decided to use one of these balls for the first time, just seeing what it does, he caused a certain crimson weasel to appear. And after the weasel came up to Solus, he decided to present himself as the Traveler, except not the Traveler as we know it. You see, the Traveler has been suppressed now that a certain individual is no longer of their own free will. They interacted with what essentially is the half form between Sprinkle, the Crimson Weasel of Jester, and the Traveler. After that interaction, it was revealed to them what essentially happened in the battle below the Chantry of the Dawn, the battle with Oban. Essentially, the Mighty Nine had fallen. Some may have possibly been taken control of. Some we've now realized were discovered as dead bodies within the forest, one being the unfortunate body of Ford. And additionally, Solus Draco has also been recovering little pieces of relics, a broken blade, a broken hilt, and rather than replacing a gem, he decided to create his own using some chaotic magical shards. He plans to try and attempt to reforge and fix this blade. Yes. So now, back in our time in Hupperduke, the party awoken. They went to speak to Starosta, who asked them to look into the disappearance of Sken. And additionally, there is a party that's being sent to Zadash to help further inform what's going on and to gather more reinforcements. The party decided to not pursue, at least in their last discussion, to not pursue finding Sken and to immediately go to Zadash and possibly come back and then pursue her. And I believe that's where we left off, more or less. There's little bits and pieces I left out, but we'll pick it up as time comes on. So, my party. What would you guys like to do? I believe you guys are just outside of the Starosta's place after deciding you didn't want to take the quest?
Well,
or?
I think that maybe we should give a little recap to Zaveldra of what happened last night, because he wasn't here,
yes.
and this will be
Yes.
fun.
So, starting with Zaveldra.
Uh-oh.
After the rest of the party decided that they wanted to mess with Zaveldra, they paid for 2 ladies of the night to appear in his bedroom and remove his clothes.
We just wanted them to get laid.
However, in the morning, it was discovered that he and the 2 ladies were missing entirely. So, Zaveldra, we're going to do a little flashback here. During the night, you decided to go to bed. You're deep in your slumber. It's probably about 1:30 in the morning. I think it was about the time you guys sent them over. And you hear a knock on your door. What do?
I go back to sleep.
You ignore them. Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. You go back to sleep. You do actually find sleep. And then eventually, you wake up again. To the sound of screaming. You open your eyes and look around you. You're still in the same room. However, in the corner, there is a lady wearing barely any clothes, throat slit, blood dripping down. And there's currently a figure hovered over the creature with their mouth around its neck. What do you do?
So I wake up, I see some demonic creature chewing on some being that's in my room.
Correct.
Is my door... I look to my left and see if my door is open.
No, it is not. It's closed. It looks
So-
untouched, actually.
Oh, is the window broken into?
The window is wide open.
Okay. Do I recognize this creature from any of our previous encounters?
No. Actually, the creature looks surprisingly human. If not for the pale skin and the
Hmm.
fangs.
Oh.
And as you're staring at this, the creature turns and looks at you, blood dripping from its fangs.
Okay.
It stands up and moves slowly, floating almost towards you.
Floating.
Why, hello there. It says, a masculine, deeper voice. Hello there.
This is Obi-Wan?
Yeah. Hello there. No.
I speak to it saying, if you know what's good for you, you should stay back.
Oh no.
Is that so? And it's about to launch at you. What do you do?
Oh right, I have an amulet. Let's see. Does it come into my reaching range?
What is the range you're looking for? Like 5 feet?
I that would yeah.
Yeah, that's your melee.
You want to wait for it to be in melee range with you? You can.
Running.
It's currently 15
Not
feet
good.
away, but it's about to move to you. I'm just giving you a moment to react here.
Okay. In that case, you know what? It's fine. I'll just use tone of the dead or bell of the dead, whatever it's called.
Toll the Dead?
Yeah, toll of the
Oh, you're
dead.
going to cast a cantrip. Fantastic.
Yep.
Tone down.
What is that? What type of save is that?
It was
Oh,
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Fantastic.
Alright, my turn.
So, as you go to cast the spell, nothing happens.
What kind
Okay.
of thing is
Because it's almost as if there's no target. As the creature comes launching at you, it evaporates into mist and passes through you.
Okay.
You look around confused as the world around you turns to mist slowly.
Okay.
May I know what this demon looks like?
No, because it's not a demon.
Or does it?
As the rest of the world falls to smoke around you. And now you begin to recognize the place you're in. It's a similar place to one you found when you were seeing Dane. This is the realm of dreams.
Oh.
As you look around, you stand ethereally within this place, scared for a moment, your heart pounding in your chest as you have to recenter yourself and realize that was just a nightmare. But how could it be a nightmare? You don't dream. What do you do?
Am I okay? Realm of dreams. I mean, is it like a dark, just like a dark
No.
place?
It's like a slight gray. There's almost like an endless mist everywhere around you. You're standing on some form of ground, but you don't quite feel. There's no texture to it. It's almost like there's just an invisible force that's holding you in that place, and you can walk along it if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do then. I'll just like walk.
You begin walking in a direction. As you begin walking, you're passing through mist for moments and moments. And then all of a sudden, you hit like into a wall, and you shake. And all of a sudden you're in another room. Except it's not a room. It's a roof. And you're currently standing at the edge looking down. You see what looks to be the city you've just entered, Hupperduke, down along the whole mountain. You see the waterfall passing not far to your left. You see the hustle and bustle as the party in the middle of the night, the fireworks lighting off, seem to be beginning to slow down as the age of the night has progressed. And you are very confused where you are right now. What do you do?
Well, first I walk back so I don't fall off the edge.
So you take a step back so you're not right on the edge. Yeah, good call, good call. Alrighty. What else do you do?
I perceive.
Roll a perception check for me.
I perceive. Let's see what happens. You know what, maybe this tablecloth is gonna give me like plus 2% luck. Let's see what happens.
Toss him a rolling tray.
I don't need a rolling tray. I'm so good at rolling. Oh, you know what? I did.
11. I love how that's decent. You should probably explain the luck
Yes.
that I have.
Zaveldra is one of the worst rollers I've ever seen in D&D ever, and consistently, no matter what dice we give him, I don't understand it. While opposingly, Solus decides for whatever reason he can roll 4 natural 20s in a row almost every session, and it's just fine. No matter what dice I give him. I've given up.
I don't do anything. I just got the magic fingies.
So 11 plus 17.
Pardon me, 17.
Yes.
Fantastic. You look around and you realize the roof you're on seems to be the roof of the bar that you were sleeping in. And as you're looking around, you also see something quite interesting. Currently, beside the waterfall, you see what looks to be a tall, feminine, well, not feminine, muscular feminine figure that's currently walking along a very shallow path towards, and as you keep watching, you see she actually goes behind the waterfall
Interesting.
and seems to disappear.
You know what? We follow her.
You're going to try and go up and follow her. So she's currently quite a bit higher than you. We're
Oh.
talking about like 400 feet away.
Oh.
It's okay. You can make your way there if you'd like to try and follow her. To do so, you'll have to move down over towards where the base of the waterfall is. You can actually see it from here. And you have to climb up. Essentially go to the same path that she did. Unless you have some other way you can think of or attempt to think of to get up there.
You know what? Maybe. Nah. You know what?
You can do so. It's up to you.
You know, I thought it was like relatively close. You know, instead I'll just.
It would take you about an hour to get up there, I would say.
Fair enough. You know what?
Maybe
Instead
two.
I'll just like go back into my room and sleep.
Fantastic. You have no idea how to get there. You're currently standing on the roof and there's no trapdoor. You're quite confused how you got on the roof.
Is there a balcony?
No.
Oh, okay. So is there like a shorter building I can jump to? Right?
Yes, there is another building beside you if you'd like to go and jump to that. Please roll me a acrobatics or athletics check.
Is there like a
Just
gap?
to
It's
clarify,
like, yes, there is a relatively large gap.
Okay.
just to clarify, I have clothes, right?
You look down, and it's an important thing to note. You actually are only wearing pants right now.
Good thing I'm built as fuck.
And if you and if you check, you don't even have underwear on, but you were wearing them before.
Okay. But I have
So you
pants.
are quite confused,
I did send 2 prostitutes to you.
which he has never seen or interacted with, other than the one that he saw in what might have been a dream with his throat slit.
That's
Oh my
fun.
gosh.
He
I,
hates
in
the
that
big
case,
size
you
check
said
once
athletics
in a
or
while.
acrobatics, right?
Yes, if you'd like to try and jump across.
Yeah. Let's see. Da-da-da-da.
How much you want to bet people start
15.
shipping us before they realize you can date?
15. You run and you take a jump across, and as you do, the world turns to mist around you.
Okay.
You find yourself back in the plane of dreams. You are really lost what's happening right now. You have never been able to willingly go into this plane form before. Frankly, you've rarely been here, other than recently. And you are unsure what is reality and what isn't anymore.
Well, because I am confused, for just to be safe, you know, I use I use Eyes of the Grave.
Eyes of the Grave, so that allows you to see undead, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. Use Eyes of the Grave. You are blinded, as all around you there is undead energy.
Oh
Okay.
Ooh.
Hmm.
You are frightened at the sight of it, as you have never seen anything quite strong or as powerful as this.
Hmm.
And as you like squint through the brightness of this energy, you see what looks to be a form. Actually, roll me a perception check.
Thankfully, perception is the only thing I'm good at.
That's a natural 20.
That's a 26.
I turn on the camera and now you're a good roller? That's your first natural 20, I think.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No, that's
Well,
not true.
After our first game.
After that first game when you got the...
Actually, we don't.
No,
we
it's
don't
his
have any
second- it's
viewers
his
yet.
third
It's
natural
only
20.
Nassim.
That's
Just like a little update.
Though we did have one for a second.
Yeah, unless it was one of you guys that joined.
It's
What?
okay.
Did one of you guys join the stream for a second or no?
Hey guys,
me.
Okay.
back to the game.
Sorry.
Zaveldra, your perception check natural 20. As the blinding light is currently blocking everything that you can see, you focus in and you're able to not to make out what looks to be a figure. And it looks exactly like Sken. Exactly like the figure you saw before.
Hmm.
Except there's no undead energy irradiating from her. It's almost like you have a big projection screen of light and she is casting a shadow blocking it on you, and you see her currently walking away from you. Slowly.
I walk in that direction.
You follow her. Fantastic. Do you walk or do you run?
Run. At this
Run.
point, I've given up.
You start running. You start running, and as you start running, the fog of the world begins to slowly die down. As you find yourself surrounded in a cave. You hear rushing water behind you, a waterfall. And you look forward. You're behind the waterfall. You
Okay.
start walking behind her, and you realize that if you run, she'll hear your steps. What do you do?
Stealth. Walk.
Please roll me a stealth check.
Twelve.
Fantastic. As you duck down behind various rocks and stuff that fill along this pathway, you slowly begin stealthing, following Sken through. And as you do, you begin entering this area, which I will show our viewers and you on the screen. Da-da-da-da. Do.
Ramsey, you
Yes,
should move the TV out and at an angle. So we can.
it is out and at an angle. It doesn't go out any further.
Doesn't?
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay. That is an interesting X.
Give me one moment. You do not see all this.
Oh, okay,
I forgot
never
to
mind.
cover a large section of this map.
Well, thankfully, Karis is covering the large section of the map, so you're fine.
Yeah. No looking.
You should do that. You should do that. From my perspective, you've covered exactly you covered it exactly. Like your left hand is like slightly higher than your right, and then like there's a circle in the middle on the actual map.
Okay, perfect.
So you've done it. You've done it.
Alrighty. So yes. Who's Shironi?
Shironi?
Yeah, we have a Twitch chatter.
Oh really?
Is that you?
Who? You removed the thing.
Oh, Shironi.
They must know you.
Head anymore.
Oh, it's Big C. But what was the thing? Actually, I can just open up my thing. The thing on my phone. Oh, never mind. I can't see old chats unlucky.
We have a viewer.
Welcome to the stream. We have two.
Nah, you see, I'm invisible, bro. You can't see me. I'm
Can't
a
see
part-
my times now.
That's crazy.
No, one
I'm,
of
I'm
the
the
viewers
I'm
left.
the mysterious sage that the internet doesn't know about. So you gotta live with that.
Oh, sweet mother of.
Wait, who?
Did I ever mention I
who's
hate
Big
Macro?
C?
Big C. It's Big C.
Who's Big C?
Screw it. For the purpose of this, I will show you the entirety of this map as for
Well,
this
I did
sequence.
roll a 26. It should move forward in the campaign.
Sharoni is no longer part of the live.
Them.
Yeah, that's because he came at the time when I'm doing something that's boring. Da 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 da.
Future reference, this should probably be done before we do it.
For a second, we had 3 viewers, not including the scene.
Yeah, that was when I joined.
Oh, I see. We can see it, which is good.
Okay, that should work for the purposes of this. Alrighty. So, you find yourself currently moving through. And please pardon the token for Zaveldra, as it may probably be copyrighted.
He doesn't have a character depiction yet, so.
Well, I do. This is just the superior.
You
one.
begin following yourself through this, and you find what seems to be this big, massive cavern that's been filled and is being used as some sort of workshop and lair. Sken is moving her way through, and as you are stealthing your way through, occasionally down certain hallways, you see. I should put this zoom out for you so you can see everything that's going on here.
Sken is the.
Was the person you saw escape from the prison
Yeah.
when you guys were entering
How
Hupperdook?
did we know that's when? Oh, the.
It was told to you
yeah.
by the Watchmaster Braun.
Fair.
As you're entering through, you see down up over here, in this section, you hear the sounds of guttural growling and snarling, and as you pass by, you see what looks to be a few demons, ones you've seen before, sitting in cages, just hungrily eating what looks to be scraps of meat, and a few different other things. And you keep following Sken over until eventually you find yourself in this room over here up at the top. And as you're following her, you peek around the corner and you see 3 figures in the room. Sken, you see what looks to be this gentleman. If I can get his picture up on the screen.
Can I draw it?
This is just a person, but you can draw it if you'd like to.
I'm talking about the mechanical bug-looking thing.
So that bug-looking thing, actually, I will describe to you, is actually some form of mech suit.
Yo.
Is it inhabited by something, or is it just the suit that's there?
It's currently just sitting there dormant.
Okay.
Steal the suit.
I will expand this for our people to see. It looks to be like some form of... Oh wait, can you guys not see that?
No, we can.
Oh, you can now. There we
Yeah.
go. Oh, it's just not on the stream. That's great. Let me open up Chrome again so it'll refresh. Ah, there we go. That was the issue. So, you see what looks to be this disheveled human in leathers, wearing a bunch of different pouches and looks to be holding all kinds of different tools. He's standing there, looks like he's talking with another person, which looks to be this individual, a drow individual. Come on. Oh my god, come on. As they are speaking, you can't quite hear the conversation from this distance, but as Sken approaches, they raise their tone to speak with her, and they go, "Ah, Sken, are you ready to leave?" And she calls out, "As ready as we can be. Where shall we meet him?" And they repeat, "We'll find them soon. Hopefully in Zadash." As they begin walking, they begin heading south. They begin heading south towards this section down over here. What looks to be a wall until the one gentleman looks over to the drow lady and says, "Eshel, wait if you please." Eshel reaches over to one side of the wall as the other gentleman walks over. Eshel looks over, "Huron?" And they pull what looks to be two torches on either side of the wall, revealing what appears to be a hidden doorway as the false wall, pushes in and falls down into the ground. As they begin walking out, Sken goes, "I shall lead." She goes in front, walking down the pathway. Eshel turns to Huron and goes, "Huron, it's time." You see the Huron, who looks to be extremely worried, extremely concerned for a moment, still himself, take a breath, and turn back and say, "I always hated this city." As he snaps his fingers, you begin hearing the sounds of rumbling.
Ah, shit.
And for a moment, you begin hearing what sounds to be Onat, Kreit, Shodat. What languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Kori, and Zemnian.
This is actually in Zemnian. Forgive me, I cannot speak German. In Zemnian, you hear a countdown. 10. Oh, sorry, 100. 99. 98. 97. It seems to be I'm counting faster than it. It seems to be counting one every 3 seconds or so. As they begin hurrying now down the cavernway, what do you do?
Down the like they're trying to get out of this cave.
They've gone through what seems to be some kind of secret passageway, and they are now running down the secret passageway
Ooh.
at top speed.
I go back and try to steal the mech.
Okay, you run over to the mech. This mech is interesting. It is made of a variety of both gnomish mechanical design, as well as what looks to be arcane design, most likely of some kind of Zemnian origin. You jump into the mech?
Yes.
Fantastic. You climb around and you try to place yourself into the mech. You're in it. You don't know how this works. Roll me an Arcana check. Arcana or actually no, Arcana is the only thing you're proficient in. Arcana check, please.
Come on, I beg.
Bro, he rolled another nat 20.
You roll another 20?
What is
24.
going on?
Fantastic. You quickly look and you see what looks to be two different levers in front of you. You grab them, and as you pull, the mech stands up. You think you get the hang of this? Where would you like to go with the mech? It is still counting down by now, by the way. We've just reached 90.
I see. In that case, before I completely leave, I look around to see if there's anything else worth grabbing.
You look around to see if there's anything else worth grabbing. Fantastic. I'd like you to roll me a invest. Are you just... so you jump out of the mech and start running around to see if you can find things?
Yeah.
Investigation check.
13.
Damn. Plus...
Shoot 3 nat 20s. Who do you think you are, me?
15.
You find what looks to be some papers that are currently open on a desk in the workshop area. As you go over, you begin moving through them. You see one that's written in Abyssal. And you quickly skim through it, and it says, "The angel's eyes have begun to open. The chains are unshackled. A chain has been unshackled. More are needed. Meet us where the plane... Meet us where your mashal lays. You shall find us there, ready to go on our journey." Ended with a dash. with a dash, the prophet of the angel.
Interesting.
You've now reached 80 in the countdown.
Ooh. Did I find any possible spells or weapons that I can have?
Nothing
No?
in particular. This place seems to be relatively cleared out. Like they've been waiting for this.
Oh, okay.
Like they were ready to run.
Countdown's going, man. You gotta go.
And I take the mech and leave.
Leave where?
Like, is the mech loud?
The mech's massive and loud.
Ooh.
It cannot go down the tunnel that they just went, for example.
Oh, okay.
You should shrink the size of the token.
Oh, yes.
Does the mech have weapons?
It does. It has a crossbow on one arm. It also has hold up. Yes, it has a crossbow on one arm, and the other arm seems to be some kind of blunt
Force object?
blunt force, like
Okay.
essentially like a fist.
I take it and I go out like through the waterfall exit.
Cool. So you start trying to make your way towards the waterfall exit, and as you do, you begin moving. 70. 60. 50. This isn't very fast. This is slower than you walking. 40.
Maybe it can dig?
30. As it hits 30, you begin to see your vision of the world go a little bit translucent.
No!
You begin to see fog moving in, and you fall face first into the ground. And you look up, and you're in the world of dreams again. And we're going to leave you there for now.
Oh, shit.
Back to the rest of the party. So, you guys have woken up, if I believe correctly.
We should put that.
Yeah, put camera.
Oh, yes. Let me swap this back over. The camera's up. Oh, no, sorry, camera's not up.
Sorry, guys, you can't see us.
We are fixing that now.
Pardon me.
I think we've got one viewer right now, which is cool.
Oh, we got a
Welcome
new
to the
follower.
stream.
Welcome to Realm Divers. Welcome.
You guys are so meta, it's hilarious. Hi! Welcome back to the stream.
Hello.
Alrighty. Yes, so I'll put us back over to here. Back to the rest of the party. So,
Yeah.
you guys have just left the Starosta's place after deciding you wanted to make your way towards the Zash. I believe first you guys decided you wanted to go to see Tinkertop, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, Dane and I.
Yes, the two of you. Orises, will you be following them?
Yes, because there's nothing else for me to really, like, there's no one for me to go to, really.
Fantastic.
She might mistakenly go to a brothel again.
Am I in like some alternate dimension while this is all happening?
You don't know right now.
Okay.
As you guys make your way over to Tinkertop's abode, you were given the directions earlier from
Yep.
from the Watchmaster. You make your guy. From the barkeep.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way there, it's a little bit off and to the side. There isn't many other abodes nearby it. It is this. How do I put this? It is like a square abode that is 3 and a tilted half-story tall. It's a really oddly shaped building, and you can see even from the outside large mechanical contraptions that are like peeking out of windows. There's a little covering over the front doorstep that seems to have some kind of big mechanism on top of it. This place looks insane. Like the madhouse of a child inventor.
Dane, are you sure about this? Doesn't look inhabitable.
As you
Well,
say
hello.
that, a gear ding, 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 ding falls from the top of some contraption and lands on the ground.
I pick
Or
up the gear
stable.
and casually pocket it.
Okay, you can add 1 6.6 tooth gear to your inventory.
Jesus. Alright, well, I guess we're going in.
You guys
Follow me.
walk up and you knock on the door.
Yep.
Ah! Coming! You guys begin to hear the really inconsistent and fast little footsteps going down. What appears to be some kind of set upstairs. You try to listen and you're not sure where the source of that sound is coming from. You then hear shing! Ah! I'm okay! Making its way down. Eventually, you begin to hear a presence behind the door. One moment! ching, 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 ching. It appears to be multiple locks and chains and sounds of mechanisms being disarmed. After about a minute and a half, the door opens about a crack, and you see what looks to be this short, old gnomish man with wispy, wild hair pushed back and tight goggles put on. He currently has soot covering his face as he looks up. Why, hello there. How can I help you today?
Are you Tinkertop?
Ah, yes. Clef's the name. He swings the door wide open, and you see behind him what looks to be exactly what you would expect. A hallway filled with insane contraptions on either side. There is through one doorway you see what looks to be endless crates and boxes storing probably some kind of materials. As he's looking at you, I am Clef Tinkertop, famed inventor.
Nice to meet you.
Solus shakes his hand. As you reach down to shake his hand, you lift. His whole body lifts with you. Ah!
Ah, yes, I should mention I am 6'6" with a strength of 23 after modifier.
The height is quite unfortunate considering where his face is in relationship to your body.
Ooh.
So, he says, how can I help you today?
Well, we had a couple of questions in regards to some gear we had. May we come in?
Of course. Who sent you here?
Watchmaster Brom.
Ah, please enter. He turns around and walks. You guys enter the abode behind him?
Yes.
Fantastic. I need
Oh god.
all of you to make dexterity saving throws. Not because an active trap is happening, simply because you need to watch your step walking through this abode, and I want to see who trips first.
I get advantage on dex saves.
That you can see, correct. Yes, you do have advantage on this.
And that's D20, right?
Yes.
Thank God. I rolled a 1, then an 18.
Oh, thank God for barbarians. Danger
wait,
sense.
Dex save, 18 plus 3, 21.
Okay.
11.
11.
Yeah.
2 plus 5, 7. I am proficient in this though, so I'm going to use the psionic energy die.
Okay, please roll your additional d6. No, let's see. 4. What's that total then?
So 2, 7,
12?
11.
11. So we have an 11,
18 plus 3.
21.
21.
11 and...
So we have 2 11s.
2 11s. So do we both
Okay,
trip?
fantastic.
You guys trip over each other.
As you guys are walking through the doorway, the two of you accidentally try to walk through the doorway at the same time. As you do, you brush the like, sorry. You push through each other, and as you do, Dane, you turn around to apologize for a moment, and you accidentally turn back. You accidentally trip backwards and fall onto your back. Reese, as you see that, you're like, oh no, sorry, Dane. As you do, you reach down trying to assist to help, but as you do, you don't realize that there's another thing on the floor by you. You trip and fall and land directly onto Dane.
I look down at the both of them and I'm like, it hasn't been 2 seconds. Do you guys have to wait outside?
I'm sorry.
Cliff
there's
turns
a lot
around.
of stuff.
Ah, yes, sorry. Please watch your step.
That would have been good to know, man. Would have been good to know.
Does that mean I can keep... Does that count as a fail so I don't have to use up a charge?
Correct.
Okay.
It does count as a fail.
Nice.
You're welcome.
I follow Clef down to where he's going.
Sure. So you begin following Clef.
Hey,
He
Reese,
leads you
do you
down
mind getting off
past one or two other doorways. He leads you into what looks to be actually a slightly larger room, maybe about 30 feet by 30 feet, which is large for him. As you guys enter, this room is probably the only room with the most amount of free floor space. There is a table that is scattered with all kinds of different mechanical mechanisms, as well as in one corner you see what's to be some kind of small personal forge. Additionally, there's just a wide array of tools, minerals that seem to be lining the walls of this entire place. Clef walks up behind his workbench and looks to all of you. Please, how can I help you today?
So I just had a couple of questions regarding some gear I came across before my partner Dane introduces himself with his own issues. I pull out Flash Bomb, the used Flash Bomb.
Ah, yes, as he reaches out, his hand's covered in like black soot. He grabs it and just covers the bowl and he starts looking around at it. This is used.
How do I make it new again?
Not without a lot of magic. I can't do that. He hands it back to you.
So would you not be able to help with any magical items?
I can take a look.
I hold out the hilt and the blade of Star Razor.
Yes. He looks at the blade. Whoa, fine craftsman. Is that Ice Flex? He begins looking at it very carefully. That is quite a rare material. Unfortunately, this is far beyond anything I could ever make. You're looking to fix it, I assume?
Yeah, just reattach the pieces.
Well, unfortunately, you could force them to reattach, but I don't think that would fix the magic around the item.
So I need an enchanter.
Sorry, I'm not one.
Do you know anybody within
Oh
Hufflepuff?
man.
Hupperduke isn't the biggest place for magic. Mostly us gnomes like to deal with mechanic work.
Okay, I see.
Although we do have some magical stuff involved in some things. It's not unheard of. But that is beyond me. That is different.
Do you have
Mr.
anything to trade? Do you have any?
What do you have to trade?
Do you have anything for sale?
I have many things for sale.
Mr. Tinkerbell.
Please, Clef!
Oh.
He begins shaking your hand violently.
I heard you may possess some knowledge about.
Oh, you want to know about gunpowder?
Oh, not so loud!
As he turns around, he opens a cabinet, and as it drops, you see a wide array of firearms that seem to be lined on the wall. You see what looks to be this weird, small, pistol-looking contraption that has 2 barrels on it. You see below that what looks to be a long-barreled weapon with a pullback stock and what looks to be some kind of scope on it. You see another weapon that is extremely bizarre to behold. It has 4 different barrels and what looks to be a little, like, metal piece that comes up that you could probably imagine some kind of flame coming from. It is absurd, the kinds of things he has there. He looks at it and says, I assume you're interested in firearms.
I'm sort of pathetically holding my crudely made
Yes.
two-cylinder hands.
For those of you tuning in, Dane has been slowly trying to develop some form of single-shot firearm. He has gone as far as forming the beginnings of a barrel, and he has decided to look for more help in this endeavor.
Well, as you can see, I'm trying to sort of make one of my own.
He looks in. You know, I tried this once. You know what happened?
What?
He lifts his shirt, and you see what looks to be a large scar along the front of his collarbone. You know, when you have a seam along a barrel, it doesn't really like it when there's an explosion in there.
Oh. I quickly note how many firearms are in his.
Just the ones you see there?
Yeah.
4. That's just what you see there, though.
Oh.
You notice there's multiple other cabinets. He says, well, they haven't quite let me work on much big mechanical contraptions since the incident, but I've been delving in my own time.
Dane, I wouldn't.
I telepathically communicate with.
Yes.
Solus?
Do you
Solus.
use a charge?
Yes.
Is it just Solus, or are you extending it to anyone else? You can
Just
choose-
Solus.
So you only want to choose one of your 2 people?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Go downstairs.
Roll how long it lasts as well.
Oh, yes. I'm going to have to roll a.
Is it 8? 6?
1d6.
D6.
5 hours.
5
Nice,
hours. For the next 5 hours, you 2 can communicate.
Cool. We can
telepathically.
sense in our mind.
I believe no matter the distance, right? Or does it have to be line of sight?
Wasn't it 1
Within
mile?
1 mile.
Within 1 mile.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So telepathically, I tell you, take the firework you already have, go downstairs and create a loud bang.
This entire building is combustible, man.
Yes, the building is entirely made out of wood. There are sections of it that are reinforced with metal.
It's made of wood and gunpowder. Like, what the fuck?
And be careful where you make the bang.
Why don't you just buy a gun?
Listen, I'm feeling lucky. Just go downstairs, make a bang.
There's a lot of booms in Hupperduke today.
All right.
Okay, so you go start walking, and Clef looks over and he says, hey, where are you going?
To use the shitter.
It's just out over there. He points, and there seems to be a little lavatory just off the side of his workshop that you can actually see from here.
I take some pretty monstrous shits. Do you have a more private washroom?
You see, at this moment, he's hesitating because you seem to have like
I'm a
scared
big,
him a little bit.
I'm a big guy, man. I eat a lot.
Can you hold it?
Unfortunately, not.
Ew.
If you go outside and you go just over to the street, the Starostas is like a block that way. They have a public washroom in the entryway.
Also,
This is my only washroom.
I don't know what they're trying to do either, so I'm just disgusted by what he's saying.
Yeah, I'll try to find my way back to the Starostas.
Alrighty, Scoot Scoot. As he calls out, this little wheeled contraption comes rolling into the room. Looks to be with a metal bar. There's some kind of like, well, it's attempted to be a head floating on it, and it has blue glowing eyes and a mouth that's just like this. Yes.
God damn, it's hideous!
You say this out loud?
Yes.
He says, I know.
No.
Scoot Scoot! Please, lead our friend over towards the door.
Oh, it's fine. I can find my own way.
Oh, this is a very dangerous place. I wouldn't want you to get lost. Please! Scoot Scoot! Scoot Scoot comes up over behind you and begins like slowly pushing you behind your butt with its head. It's like ding, ding, ding.
As I'm walking, I accidentally trip and fall directly onto this fragile Scoot Scoot.
I see. Why did balloons just go across our stream?
What?
Did anyone else see that?
Oh,
Oh.
again.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck?
Interesting.
Did someone make that happen, or is it something
Do we have some people in the...
We have one person.
Interesting.
We are new to Twitch, so if you made balloons happen, thank you for balloons. I think we might have done a reaction.
That was interesting. That was
Party
cool.
time.
Alrighty. So yes. Sorry, where was I? Oh yes. As you begin walking just outside the door, and as you come just outside the door, you attempt to pretend to trip, and you're going to try and fall backwards onto Scoot Scoot.
Yes.
Fantastic. Please roll.
But putting a little more, like it's a purposeful fall.
Yeah. Roll me either a deception check or a performance check.
So, you said deception or performance?
Yes.
Shit, they're both this. If they're both the same, does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Just tell me.
Performance plus 1, 18. 17 plus 1.
18. As you do, you walk out the door, and just as you do, you whew, almost like in a cartoon slipping on a banana peel, fall backwards onto Scoot Scoot. And as you do, Scoot Scoot dinged! Like, almost like one of those, if you've ever seen those clown punching dolls where they're weighted at the bottom, you punch it and it just dings back onto the ground? Like one of those. Ding! It rotates back on the base of its wheel, hits the ground as you land on top of it, and your back lands right on its wheel.
Shit.
You take... That's not the right dice. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage on your back as you hit hard into the wheel of this creature. You hear Scoot Scoot go, Scoot! As it makes some kind of squeaking sound out from the inside of it. You roll over the side of it, and Scoot Scoot bounds back up, standing up again.
Scoot yourself.
Yes!
Scoot yourself, you durable motherfucker.
You say that out loud?
Yes.
Clef goes over and says, "Oh, are you okay?" And he like runs over to you.
Oh yeah,
I
think I need to. I need your help examining my back. I'm in so much pain. I think I'm dying. Ah.
Oh no! He runs over to you.
As he does this, I move over to the shelf where there's a bunch of guns. There are only 4, so I'm not going to try to take one. But I look at one closely, and I try to almost wedge out the firing pin. Like the firing mechanism, like the cocking.
So you walk up to a gun on a wall and you attempt to disassemble a single piece from it?
Yes.
Just take.
Okay. Roll me a tinkering check to
I
see if you
can,
can
because I can
figure
tell
out
you
what the
shit then.
fuck a firing mechanism
Oh.
even is. As you have no idea what that is.
Dane, now's your chance. Go.
What am I adding to this?
You're proficient in Tinker's Tools, so just add your proficiency and your dexterity mod.
Why didn't we?
So 3 plus 2, 5, 17.
17. You see what looks to be some kind of mechanism where there's a little pin that bends back and seems to strike something, and you go in and you try to start pulling. This is going to take you a few minutes to do. This isn't something
I'm
you
still
can do in
communicating
just.
with. I'm
one
still
second.
communicating with you. Play it up.
Ah! Ah!
Threaten lawsuits.
Ah! Oh, do you have?
You hurt your back. You're not getting penetrated.
Oh, I'm holding my back.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me make sure Chuck can see this. Ah! Ah! Oh no! I must have fallen on this
What are you
firework.
What are you constipated out there?
Clef
Sound
goes,
pain.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you need to go to the? Do you need to get help?" Clef is about to turn around, and he goes and turns around.
No, I fell on this firework. And
You
oh
fell in
no!
a firework.
Oh no! I must have lit it. Cat!
Stop! Stop! Freeze!
Pause.
Pause! Three things. 1, you pulled out the firework from your ass. 2,
I pulled it from my bag.
sure. You light the firework.
Yeah, I have really long nails. I scraped it onto one of the many metal surfaces that are there. It's a quick ignite fuse.
And you're like,
Roll
hey,
me a
Chad.
general dex check to see if you can quickly. Oh no, sleight of hand check to see if you can quickly figure out and do this maneuver.
Okay. 11 plus 3. Oh wait.
It's a high
Yeah.
DC. I'm warning you.
14.
Okay, as you get the firework out, and as you're about to grab and you try to sing, you try to pretend to light it. Clef turns, he says, "What are you doing?" And he reaches his hand out and just pulls the firework from your hand. As he turns around, he says,
Hey, that's mine! I pulled it.
as he turns around, he's not looking. As he turns around, he sees you currently looking up at one of the guns. He says, "Hey, get away from there!"
Oh, these. I'm buying all these guns. I start scooping them up.
All of them? All of them? Okay, sure. He grabs all. You grab all 4 of the guns and you place them on the table behind you. And Clef walks up to you and says, "Well, first off," he pulls just 2 of them to the side. "These are not for sale. Secondly, you can stop pretending to be hurt. Third,
But my back. I'm sorry.
you want to purchase these 2?
What is he pointing?
So the 2 he's pointing at, one of them was like that simple pistol style one that I was talking about. The other one was the 3 barrels with what looks to be some kind of little pipe sticking up out of it in front of it.
How much for both?
Well, the pistol is about 5,000 gold, and this here, I like to call this my flame breath.
I have a question. You're an inventor. Is there anything special or creative about these guns?
If you let me finish speaking, I can tell you.
Okay.
This one over here, I like to call my flame breath. This one shoots fire.
And
That costs 20,000.
How much for the firing pin mechanism?
Just the mechanism? Well, I don't really have any extra lying around this second. I'd have to make them. I could do it for 500 gold, and I'll need about a week.
Ah, I see.
Leave a deposit, Dane. I tell him in his mind.
You have any gunpowder?
Yes, plenty! You'd like some?
Yes. How much for some gunpowder?
As the DM remembers to look up how much gunpowder costs.
So who would buy these weapons usually?
Are you asking above table? It's sold a lot to certain sections of the military right now.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a war because there's a war going on.
military pays that much?
Is that why they're so pricey? Because like maybe is there a shortage? Okay, I see.
These aren't normally supposed to be given to normal people, but Clef isn't exactly part of the normal people.
Right.
Yes. For this barrel, 250 gold. And he brings what looks to be a small 20-pound keg.
How about for just a cup of it?
He turns around, he grabs what looks to be a gnomish-sized cup. which is a little bit smaller than normal. Sing! Puts it down. 50 gold.
Well, I have a really good credit in this city. How about I write you a blank check?
Nope!
Okay.
I work in gold!
If you're thinking gold, if you leave this gun with us now, we have our partner. Solus Draco. A big, strong, sexy, handsome man who's filled to the brim with gold.
He's talking about himself, right?
No, me? Oh, no!
He was like kind of like whispering this to Dane.
Oh. Now, I'm nothing compared to this Solus Draco. Me, I'm just a petty shrimpy boy named Zaveldra who causes nothing but mischief.
Okay, buddy.
Now the Solus Draco. By the way, in case you didn't catch my name, it's Zoveldra. Now the Solus Draco, he can come by with gold and pay you for this gun.
The Solus Draco? This is a group of people?
He's so magnificent that he's referred to as the Solus Draco.
At this point, as you've continued speaking, Clef has slowly just been like this. He's like falling asleep at you, continuing to describe the fame of this unknown entity.
Anyway, so he can bring you a shit ton of gold.
Okay, where is he?
On his way from Zadash.
Yeah, no. I pay gold now, you get gun now. You pay gold later, you get gun later.
It doesn't seem like you have very many customers.
I'm not a shop.
Ah, that Brahm. He led me to believe that you were a shop. I'm sorry.
Brom never told you it was a shop. He said you should go talk to Tinkertop.
Tinkertop rhymes with shop, alright?
Well, let's hop to it.
I tell Dane in his mind, are you gonna pay the man or not?
The sigh is palpable, even in psionic energies.
I'll have to find a way to pay for it another day.
I tell Dane in his mind one more time, I'm fairly certain the fireworks you purchased contain gunpowder.
I still need a way to find it. I know. I can use the fireworks to ignite gunpowder.
The
But
fireworks
There is gunpowder
have
in them.
gunpowder.
How do you think a firework's made? As someone with a relatively high tinkering check, I think you could figure that out.
I assume that's why you were buying them in the first place.
So did I.
Yeah.
If you'd like, you can purchase gunpowder like directly from him now. He's offering you the small amount for 50. That'd be enough for at least a few shots.
Damn. Gunslinging's expensive.
I am actually going to do something, but I just dropped my d20.
Typically, if you're actually like a gunslinger, you end up making a lot of your own stuff, so it's cheaper.
Okay, I have like no room. Do you think you could show
Anna.
me where it is?
Hannah, just use this.
Also, there's a bit of a shortage right now.
Hannah, just use this for
Okay. Could I see that small pistol? Just want to make sure
Yes!
it feels right in my
He
hand.
pushes it forward to you. You
I-
grab it. It is beautifully made. The handle itself is perfectly finished. As you hold it there, the barrel itself looks pristine, like it maybe has almost never been fired. You look down the barrel and you do actually see the very faint look of leftover gunpowder, so you can assume it may actually have been fired. So it is built quite well. It's robust. It's not necessarily extremely, like there's only one shot that you can load into it at a time, but it is very robust and reliable.
Do you think you could show me, because I want to make sure your craftsmanship is up
Before you
to
even
par.
finish speaking, he reaches over, grabs it out of your hand, and just fires. as he does, it shoots. This is when you realize the gun was loaded. He fires. It shoots, hitting through a wall outside. I didn't think that through. Okay, so as you can see, it works. He puts it down.
I pick it up.
He should teach you how to load that thing.
I, as much as I can, try to examine how the what the firing mechanism looks like.
You can't see it without disassembling the gun. Please tell me one gun you know in real life where you can see the firing mechanism while it's put together.
Single action revolver ish. But do you think I can show? Do you think you can show me how this was made?
You want me to teach you? I mean, I could. It's gonna take a while, and it'll cost some gold. I don't do it for free. Unless you guys want to help me.
How?
Well,
Oh.
you see, remember that little incident I mentioned a little while ago?
Uh-huh.
You see, I was commissioned to make something kind of similar to Scoot Scoot, except bigger, with spinning blades, for the Gearhold prison.
Oh.
For whatever reason, it seems it has lost control, and has been rampaging within a sect that has been locked off in the prison ever since. Because of that, I am no longer allowed to make things.
So what would you like us to do?
It is my shame, so I'd like you to destroy it.
What do we get in return?
Well, you can keep the power core. That alone is worth quite a bit of gold. Also, if you come back, I'll give you the pistol.
And what do I get?
I thought you were a lowlife. I didn't think you wanted much. Zaveldra.
A little lowlife like me still is out for coin or trinkets.
Okay, I got a trinket. He bends under the table and comes up with what looks to be a little hanging amulet. Except the amulet is made out of wood. And on it says, "You're the best."
I will remember this, little man.
Cool! He puts the thing on and he looks down at it for a sec. And then looks up. So, are you guys gonna help?
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool! So, if you want, head down to the prison, see if you can find your way in there, and get rid of it.
Would
Come
they,
back.
Would they officially let us in or no? Like we'd have to sneak in?
You can speak to the Starosta and see if maybe it's okay.
Alright.
I don't want to help him.
Why?
I get nothing in return.
No, that's not true. There's a power core that he said is worth a lot of gold. We could sell that and then
Do you know who's willing to buy a power core?
Well, I'm gonna start heading down to.
maybe he
to the
would buy
prison.
it back from us. Would you buy it back from us? The power core?
The power core?
Yeah.
How'd you like to trade?
For
Do you have any melee weapons, martial weapons?
Not exactly my forte.
then what would you want to trade for?
How about this? He goes down, bends up, and he shows you the flamethrower. The fire breath. And he says, "It's not quite worth the same. So, if you guys give it to me, I'll let you take this for 1,000.
We don't have that kind of gold right now.
Well, I'm already heading
He
down.
takes
to the prison.
it, puts it away, back in the case, closes the case immediately with the pistol. Ching, 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 ching. So, anything else I can do to help you?
Nope. I start heading down to the prison.
Fantastic.
Do you want to go with him? To the
I
prison?
communicate to Dane. It's like you're really getting the only benefit from wasting time with this guy. Are you sure we shouldn't just head to Zadash like we initially planned?
It's like I could just easily get the pistol, but then all our work in like making the components kind of goes to waste. Now I'm just gonna buy one, essentially. It'd be kind of interesting to see if I could make it.
I'll help you with this quest now, but we head to Zadash right after, so let's get done with this thing quickly.
Although having a pistol helps me a lot in the way of making it.
Like reverse engineering wise?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would make the checks easier. But you would have to spend a bunch of time reverse engineering it.
Of course, yeah, but still.
In the long run, it might end up being almost about the same amount of time.
But at least I would have a working
It would be
pistol.
easier
You wouldn't
to
have
do.
to fuck around and find out.
Yeah, it would be easier to do, but
And
it
I-
would take about the same amount of time.
I know, but at least in the meantime, I would have a working
not more.
pistol.
Well, if you disassemble to reverse engineer it, that means you have to be able to put it back together. So, as long as you think you can put it back together,
Alright, we're taking a lot of time on this. I say
a
we-
lot more than I thought you
I'm
would.
gonna go kill this fucking thing in the dungeon.
And there goes the rest of this. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys leave Cleft Tinkertops. Goodbye! He closes the door behind you guys. Ching, 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 ching. He spends the next 3 minutes or so. I assume you guys leave long before he finishes locking the door. Quite the character, that one. You guys start heading down, and you know that to get into the Gearhole Prison, that's at the very base of the mountain, a little bit closer to the entrance where you guys came in from yesterday. Are you guys going straight there, or is there something else you'd like to do?
I would like to go to Zadash first. I do not give a shit about helping this guy.
Up to you.
And I make it very clear. We are getting basically nothing out of it.
I
We're
do have
getting
a
a
question.
power core
Yes.
that he doesn't want to buy back.
Okay, so the power core, he doesn't want to buy it, but is it something? I know it's.
He said he's willing to take it back. It's just that the only thing he doesn't have the gold.
I
So
know.
the only thing
so-
he's willing to do is trade, but the flamethrower is worth more than the core.
So what I'm trying to ask though is like, obviously he said that it's worth a good amount of gold, but is it in demand? Like, would a lot of people be willing to buy it?
You guys have no idea what
Okay,
that
so
is.
we don't know. Okay.
At the most, I think you're proficient with Tinker's tools, so if you wanted, you could roll an intelligence check will allow you to see if you know like anything
I
about
mean,
it, but
Dane,
it's
I'll
a
help
stretch.
you get your pistol, but I get the power core out of this, and I'll take responsibility for finding who the fuck would buy it.
We should also try to find Zaveldra at some point because.
As you say this, Zaveldra, you have been walking in this mist for a little while now, and your mind is a little bit fuzzy, and you hear, Zaveldra, you should find him, sort of echoing in the distance. It almost feels like it's pulling your mind, like it called you, and you begin feeling yourself moving in that direction. Do you
Yes,
choose
I
to
go
move in that
yes.
direction? Yes, I assumed you did. Begin moving into that direction. Back to you guys.
Do you agree?
To give you the power core?
Yeah, you're getting a gun out of it. And I'm getting, if not the power core, I'd get nothing. So, it's really my only motivation to help is this guy said it was worth at least something.
You guys begin, as you're having this conversation, to feel some shaking. For a moment, and then it goes away. In the ground. You hear ting, 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 things falling from Tinker Top's house behind you.
What was that?
Probably the thing he asked us to kill.
This is the first time you guys have felt this since you came to Hubbarduk.
Wouldn't that have been happening though? Like, wouldn't this not have been the first time? Because he said that thing's been doing that for.
You begin to feel shaking again for a moment, this time a little bit stronger, before it
Maybe
dies
we
back
should-
down.
Maybe we should go.
Maybe, well, we should just... Do you agree?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys begin moving. You guys make your way down towards where the stairway is. Are you guys taking the stairway or are you taking the lift?
Taking the lift.
The
up
lift
the
this
stairway.
time.
You guys walk over to the lift. You see there's currently looks to be... The lift is currently up right now, and there's just some kind of operator. He says, "Hey, you guys trying to make your way down?"
Yep, we're on a mission for the Starosta. We have to make for the rumbling.
I don't care. Please go... Make for the what?
Rumbling.
What rumble? As he says that, there's a slight rumble, and he's like,
Do you
"Whoa.
care now? Do you care now?
Go, 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 go!" He's like pointing you guys on, like this is like, he's scared. Pointing you guys on. He jumps on the thing with you and pulls the thing, and it starts moving down slowly.
What? Has this happened before?
No,
That can't be good.
as it's moving down, there's another earthquake. The platform begins shaking, and all of a sudden, dong! It hits into the side of the mountain. Everyone roll dexterity saving throws.
With advantage. Nat 20. First one. First roll. Do I even need to roll?
Zaveldra, I'd like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw too.
4 plus 3.
Ramsey.
Just roll.
I have advantage, right? I rolled a nat 20.
Yes.
And I was like, fuck it, I have advantage. So I rolled a nat 20 again.
Yes.
A lock.
What about you? Dex save.
Oh, 13.
And for you, And for you, Dean?
I rolled a 4 plus 3, 7, but I'm gonna roll a psionic energy die since I didn't use it up last time.
Dex save. You're proficient in dex saves?
Dex. Yeah. I rolled that.
I don't know if you're allowed to use this for saving throws, but it's okay. Do it.
4. So it's 4 plus 3, 7 plus 4, 11.
11. Fantastic. You fall onto your side. You don't fall off the platform, but you fall down
So
onto
does
the
that count
ground.
as a success?
No, it's a failure.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, it's not a critical failure. It's just a partial failure.
Oh, okay.
What about me?
As you fall down, you look up, and you see what looks to be a ghostly form of Zaveldra in front of you for a moment, and then you blink, and it's gone. Zaveldra, in your perspective, you have found your way towards this voice, and as you open your eyes, everything is still misty and slightly translucent, but you see yourself on some kind of platform, hundreds of feet above the surface, that is slowly lowering down, and you see your party around you. But everything is still misty, not quite there. You feel yourself slowly being pulled back in, but not quite yet.
Did I see him?
No, only he saw him for just a minute, like a second. His eyes opened, then he blinked and was gone.
Oh. So what happens to me? I rolled.
Oh, 2 natural 20s. As you do so, you rolled, was it 15?
15.
15. As you do, you grab over to Karis to steady her, to stop her from falling, and you hold yourself there. The other guy actually held himself as well. He says, "Okay, no more safeties." He reaches over and he pulls a certain lever, and all of a sudden you guys start falling, not super fast, but a little bit more fast than you're quite comfortable with.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are slowly falling as you guys see what looks to be some kind of counterweight that is fastly moving past you. As you guys are falling down, just as you're about to reach the bottom, he pulls what looks to be one other lever. You guys feel a sudden braking force that pulls you down almost onto the ground, onto one knee even. As all of a sudden, it breaks, hitting the ground, you all steadying yourself.
All right, man. Tell us where the prison is.
As you guys all look up, and Zaveldra, you hear this even yourself. Up at the top of the mountain, you see a giant explosion ring out from nearby the waterfall. As all of a sudden you begin to see rocks start tumbling down. Ting, 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 ting.
Take cover.
Collapsing down onto the top shelf. Covering over, filling over things. You guys look over, you see them tumbling down. You need to fucking move. There is a full-on rock slide crashing through Hupperduke right now.
Run.
Run!
We run.
You guys all start running, and as you do, Zaveldra, you hear, "Run!" And you find yourself and your party in front of you. You guys, as you turn around and say run, you see Zaveldra just appear out of nowhere.
Oh, I get scared and slap him.
No.
Roll an armored strike!
Man goes back to sleep.
Yeah, seriously.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
That
All
probably
right.
doesn't- that doesn't
He
do
goes.
it.
You reach out. He just misses. Zaveldra, what do you do?
Are you trying to fuck me again? Goddamn.
What do you mean again?
You actually can't quite hear him as you hear the sounds of ting ting rock slide coming down.
Run!
You guys all start running. So
I pick Zaveldra up off the ground and I throw him over my shoulder as we run. There's no time for
so
questions.
you pick up Zaveldra and start
Yes.
running. If you're going to hold another enemy and try to run with him, you'll be moving
Enemy?
at person. You'll have to move at half speed.
Mm,
So you'll move at 15 feet or around instead.
Okay, then I picked him up and I put him on his feet.
Fantastic. So, this, my friends, we'll be entering what we call a series of group skill checks.
okay.
The mountain is collapsing behind you, and based after how severe this is, it looks like Hupperduke's about to be completely destroyed.
That's sad. It was such a pretty place.
I warned you.
And it's our fault.
Why is it
What do you
our
mean
fault?
warned
We
me?
didn't-
You
we
said
didn't go after the
choose.
prisoner that escaped.
You guys never went after the prisoner, so she was able to get back, and they were able to finish their plans.
Oh.
So, you guys begin running full scale. The way that these group skill checks are going to work, you each are going to say what you want to contribute to help you guys escape from this city as everything is falling around you. Whether that is, let's say, I'll give you an example. You're running away. Someone might want to do an athletics check to try and move a piece of debris out of the way for the party. Someone might want to do a survival check to try and figure out the fastest route.
I'll do
out of the city.
Constitution so no one's health drops much.
That's not a skill.
I thought it was a saving throw. What's
No.
the skill
I'm
check?
asking you guys have to tell me what it is you want to contribute to your
from
attempt.
like the big list.
Yeah, you guys can choose whatever you want.
So-
what other skill and tell me how that skill
So where
applies.
are we?
Persuasion in case
The
you want to
DC
tell
will
a
be based
rock
after
I
how
don't
helpful I
consent.
think that actually.
Where are we right now? Currently?
You guys are at the base of the mountain. You've got at least a little bit of distance. You have to cross through that entire base area out into the assembly yard to get out of Hupperduke.
When we're on the, so we were on the.
You guys were on the top shelf. You guys have
Yeah.
made it down to the bottom shelf, and you guys are trying to run all the way out into the city.
Okay, so we're running.
So I need people to try and tell me who's the first person that wants to give some kind of skill or some kind of thing to try and help with getting out of this
I'll give
situation.
athletics.
Athletics. So what do you do with your athletics? Like, do you keep running forward, trying to clear the way for the party? Like, what kind of idea are you?
Yeah,
doing this
so
check?
I'm sort of sprinting ahead and using my sheer mass to break through anything that might be standing in our way.
Fantastic, yeah, and things are, as there's rocks falling to your left and right, causing shrapnel and things to fill in the street around you. You run ahead a little bit of the party, and you go to try and move some debris out of the way. Roll me your athletics check, please.
I have one next.
Yes. Additionally, just so you understand, the way this will work, you guys need a certain amount of successes in order to escape this scenario, and if you reach a certain amount of failures, you fail. In this case, it requires 5 successes in order for you to escape the city, and 3 failures to get stuck.
Okay, well I got a 22, 18 plus 4.
Fantastic! Easily enough. You throw some shrapnel out of the way, clearing away for your party. That's 1 success. What is another skill someone wants to
I have
contribute here?
one.
Yes.
So I don't know which one would be better for this specific one, but I wanted to use, I think, either insight or perception to try to find a path we should do that will be like the quickest way to get out.
Okay, so I would say perception would be if you just want to look at it. Also, there is survival, which will, based after what you remember from your path through here, that would be based more on like trying to figure out like the path and direction you went ahead. So you can either use perception to see what's directly in front of you to
So, like, a
avoid
next
obstacles. Yeah, so perception is only what you can see right now. Survival would be you using what your knowledge is from before in order to figure out your best route out. Both can be helpful. Perception is probably going to be more difficult to actually be as helpful.
Okay, I'm gonna do. I'll try survival.
Survival.
I'm
Roll me a
scared.
survival check.
I'm scared.
You have a negative 1
No,
in this.
I have a
Oh no,
zero.
it's 0. Yes.
19. Oh my god. Thank goodness.
That's a success!
Thank goodness.
You look over and you remember quickly, the path that you guys came in was actually a bit of a long one. You think about it, you guys can probably take a slightly shorter path. And you call out, listing out directions. Go this way! Turn left! No, not right, go straight! Helping your party speed up the progress. That's 2 successes.
Okay.
So the whole city's collapsing right now?
This city is built into the side of a mountain, right? Essentially, at the top of the mountain, there was a massive explosion that triggered a massive rock slide that has already destroyed the entire top shelf. Gone. Done.
Take the top.
Gone. Done. It is now sliding back down to the lower shelf, and it is following behind you.
Irene.
Yeah.
Alright, well, before any of that continues, I cast Bless.
Deborah.
We got a third follower!
Nice. Awesome. Thank you for joining.
No one's on here though.
They're gone, but they followed.
That was a while ago.
Deborah.
So you cast Bless to help with everyone.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So everyone, you guys will get a D4 on your next ability check.
You want the stripper back?
So, yeah, a D4 to any saving
Yeah, and it's a
throw.
Bless, and I think I can get everyone.
Yeah,
It's a quick one.
it's
Fantastic.
3.
Awesome.
Alright.
Do you want to do a skill check or anything, either of you?
You cast. No, I'll be fine.
Okay,
Let me-
well,
Alright,
Okay.
as we're running and dodging things and like following Parisi's, I look around to see if there are any valuables people are leaving behind.
Jesus Christ.
So you ignore the group skill. Cool. Roll me a perception check.
We need gold. We're not gonna get anything for this quest. Wait, what the hell? Is that my D20?
Probably. I'll take this back.
Is this DeRosta on the top shelf too?
Yep.
Oh, I never dropped it? The
Oh
hell?
my gosh.
No,
Oh,
wait,
well.
This might be your D20.
Like,
Is this your D20?
It
I
doesn't
can't
matter, just
tell if
roll.
This is my bed.
13 plus what is
basically.
it? What's the
what
check?
am I supposed to do? I'm a mage.
Perception. This is you just looking to see if you can see anything valuable while you're running by as the entire fucking.
we
mountain
mainly
is
didn't take a
collapsing.
combat
13
quest
plus
because we didn't have a
13
healer.
plus 0. However, I would also like to use a psionic.
We didn't
energy.
take the
I am-
combat quest
Roll.
because we didn't
Wait,
have
wait,
a
wait.
healer.
Are you proficient? in
No, I
perception?
thought it was. No,
Yeah,
I'm
so
not.
you can't do it anyway.
Yeah.
13. What are you expecting? You don't see anything. There's shrapnel, debris, and there's rocks falling behind
I
you.
just figured if people are leaving their like shops behind, they like maybe leave some.
I'm almost tempted to give you a failure for this. Keep going.
Okay, we're running.
Fantastic. You guys have 2 successes right now. I am still looking for 3 more skill checks for you guys to survive this.
Oh, okay. I'll roll one, I guess.
What skill? What are you trying to provide to
I
this
unlock-
to help us
Look
out?
at your
I'm
skills.
trying to find an. Skills. I have a skills thing. Oh, I do.
No, you don't have any skills.
Listen, man, I don't know what a skill is.
It's simply a skill issue.
Wait, yeah, you know what a skill
You're
is.
having a skill issue.
I'll have
I
Zio knows
use,
that we didn't take the quest 'cause
Can
of
I?
him.
Did somebody already use perception to find like the best optimal path?
She actually
I did.
she actually used survival to find the optimal path.
Oh,
You
okay.
can use perception to help maintain a vision of if there's any obstacles about to
Ooh,
and
yeah,
come
I'll do
into
that.
your way. It's a good one. It'll be a little bit harder, but go for it.
Okay, we got this squad. We don't got this squad. Actually, hold up. 8 plus 6 is a number 14.
The DC was 14.
Meets it, beats it.
Beats it, beats it.
Ooh.
So you, by the skin of your teeth, you're running and you're looking around and you're trying to keep an eye, and just barely at the last moment you see what looks to be a large boulder that's about to land in the front, right in the path of where Orises is running. And you call out, "No!" And Orises, you turn, slowing down in a moment, just in time for the rock to land right in front of you, saving your life.
Thank you.
You guys continue on your run. That's 3 successes.
If we approach an unlocked door, I'll try to pick the lock.
Are you
We don't
fried?
care.
I tell the
escape.
guys. I tell the guys.
past the door.
Okay, no, I see what he's trying to do. You're trying to see if there's some kind of like doorway that's in, like if you could run through a house, essentially.
Yeah.
So you want to try and
Oh,
quickly
okay.
unlock the door so you guys can run through the house to try and cut through something.
Exactly.
Okay, so you can because she rolled well enough earlier to determine a path. If you inform her that you're attempting to do this, she may be able to find a faster path.
I'm trying to do this.
Cool. I'd like you to roll me your lockpicking check. This will be a relatively high DC. As this is not only is there the stress of everything that's happening while you're trying to lockpick something, you also need to actually find an appropriate place where this will work properly.
11 plus. What's lock? I guess.
Dexterity and proficiency.
So 3 plus. Oh, but don't I have double on that? Double proficiency on that? Is this an expertise?
That's right. You have expertise in lockpicking, right? Or was it sleight of hand?
Is sleight of hand or something else?
I can tell you.
For my next
Yeah, this
skill
doesn't-
check, I will persuade the rocks to fuck off.
Oh, sleight of hand and something else.
Give me a sec if this wants to load. Come on, D&D Beyond. Not sponsored.
I'll have a. I have.
Yes, you have expertise in thieves' tools,
Nice.
so you get double proficiency in it.
Okay, so that'd be 4 plus 3, 7 plus 11, 18.
The DC was 18.
Boom!
So once again, you just barely, as you guys are running, you see one small house that would be nice if you could run through because it would get you past one block, so you don't have to run around. So you quickly run up, sing with impressive speed, unlock the door, and you guys run through this house out the back door, just in time as that house gets completely obliterated by rocks.
I nicked gold on the way up.
All right,
There's
guys.
nothing
I'm not
All right,
mistaken.
guys.
You guys are at 4 successes.
All right, guys.
You
Follow
need one
me.
more. You guys are getting really close. You're just at the assembly line now.
I
Just enter.
attempt to use acrobatics to create a path for them to follow, like jumping over things to like jumping over debris.
Right,
and
so
stuff.
so it's sort of continuing the skill you're using before your athletics to move things. You now include acrobatics to sort of like jump over so you can get around things.
yeah, so
and
they
also
follow. They
run.
like follow my path that I'm.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check. This will be a high DC.
Not 20.
Are you shitting me?
What's your bonus?
The DM leaves.
Wait. +3, 23. Karis, you can look at it if you want.
Jeez.
So,
Dun, 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 dun,
criticals are
dun,
actually
dun,
2
dun, dun.
successes in these. So, you guys succeed the skill challenge with 0 failures. Somehow!
I am the god of everything.
No.
I am the god of everything.
The DM will remember this.
Jabra.
DCs are increasing.
Why? I'm just better than you.
You didn't even fail once. All right. As you guys go, you jump out just in time. As you are entering the assembly yard, you see a bunch of other gnomes that are currently running out as well, that were at work. And you take time to like sort of move through the crowds as you guys are moving out of the way. You get out of the city just in time, and just as you do, you guys turn around to see what is left over as the rock sliders begin to slow down and crumble.
Humperduke.
Where there was once a beautiful city,
Oh no, he's guilt tripping us. Oh no.
a city of fun,
Oh god.
a city of lights,
Oh god.
City of children.
a city where you could have maybe even found yourself a home.
Oh no.
Can we have a moment of silence for like Irina and Jebra and all them? The Starosta. I'm actually emotional because this is our fault, kind of.
Not really. Not really. We didn't take a combat.
You
quest.
guys prioritized fixing your sword over trying to
No,
solve
we
an immediate problem.
we prioritized not getting into combat without a
whole
healer
city-
over our immediate
the whole
problem.
city's-
So what the fuck are we gonna do without
you
a
didn't
healer?
need to do that. I told you multiple times you didn't need to do that.
So, the whole
So,
city's
we don't
destroyed?
know we don't need to do that. The only person that can heal us.
I told you to play as normal.
I don't know,
The
man.
whole city is destroyed? How big is this city as compared to, for example, I don't know, like,
It's way bigger than Nagarat. It's not as big as Zadash. It's not as big as Rex and Trem, but it's older than the Empire.
I cast Cure Wounds to fix it.
You know, if you want, you do see what looks to be many wounded. As there is maybe 100 or so gnomes that seem to have escaped.
Tinkertop, what did you do?
Maybe a couple. Actually, no. With a lot of them working in the assembly yard, because this happened towards about a little after midday or so. There is actually a few hundred people that seem to have survived.
I shout out loud,
I feel
Tinkertop, what did you do?
I feel guilty, so I attempt to cheer everyone up in the vicinity by doing a bit of a speech. Can I do a speech? I'm going to talk to everyone and try to calm them down.
Oh,
He's like, what the fuck are you gonna
stand up for this.
Oh, I
Speak.
would, except he'd be out of camera.
No, he wouldn't. I'll
No,
tilt
you're
the camera.
kidding.
Stand up.
Solus, can you pick me up? I know I'm tall, but like, can you like so everyone can hear me?
Yes, I pick him up.
Listen, gnomes of Hupperduke.
Tilt it back down.
Oh, you're
I
not-
thought you were gonna actually stand up. Okay, keep going.
Listen, gnomes of Hupperduke.
So you call out. However, most of them are screaming still and running around. People aren't really listening to a random dwarf that just starts speaking.
Use your fire breath ability into the air.
I'd rather not.
He's like, I want no part of this.
Wait, don't you have an ability that makes you really loud?
Yes, you do.
Oh, for
Thaumaturgy.
fuck's sakes. I do. Okay.
Just say listen, just like really loudly.
Thank
That's
you're,
how-
you're lucky it doesn't
Who's-
cost
do you
a
speak
spell slot.
Gnomish?
It is a
he tells
cantrip.
me- Yeah,
Does
he,
anyone
he tells
speak
me to do
Gnomish?
it. I cast it from a distance.
Normally, this is how the spell works, but I'll allow you in this case to help project his voice because this is funny. Keep going.
Just just say listen, like everyone quiet
No,
down.
I give you the
Oh.
power to say.
Everyone quiet down.
As you hear, for anyone who has seen Harry Potter, if you remember at the
Sonaris.
Sorry.
That's the name of the spell, Sonaris.
Sonaris, yes. For those of you who remember during the Quidditch scene when the Minister of Magic puts the wand to his throat and is able to be heard across the entire space, it's very much like that. As your voice echoes, booming out into the vast surrounding, you see hundreds of small faces, many of them scarred, wounded, bleeding.
Feel so
You
bad
see,
for
you
these
see,
guys.
you see
I
what
actually
looks
want
to
to make them
be.
happier.
You see what looks to be a woman currently holding her child's body. who is weeping, not even able to process your thing. like these people are obliterated as they look over to you. A couple of them have what looks to be desperation in their eye. What do you say?
The U.S. has delivered its freedom.
It's a rack all over again. No. You going?
Edit it out.
Edit that out. Yeah, no.
Can you get my dice? It's on me.
Okay.
I know you once had a home here.
About 10 minutes ago.
I'm not trying to.
No,
I'm
60
not even-
seconds.
I'm literally not trying to be humorous. And many of you have lost your homes, but tomorrow is a new day. Perhaps you wanted a renovation, a very expensive renovation. Now you can start
I'm
over.
walking away.
I'll walk away.
Now you can start over. Perhaps
You go just out of range of 60 feet, and as you do the spell, your voice drops to normal volume.
now maybe you wanted to. Where are you going?
I'm gone. You can't see me.
There's a couple of them that begin walking up to you, and one of them just looks at you and just shakes their head.
Maybe one of your partners cheated with you at the local brothel.
Okay, buddy.
The point is, I'm trying to get at is that you can always start over and make a better life for yourself. Except you, lady, you lost your child. That kind of sucks. But everyone else,
You can always make more.
Please roll me.
Solus, get me down from here.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Solus, get me down.
Solus put you down a while ago.
Solus,
I helped
Solus dropped your ass.
You realize you're no longer 6
the
feet
party
away.
is over 60 feet away from you at this point. They were too embarrassed.
Right, I'm trying to motivate everyone.
If the DM allows it, I.
Oh my god! Natural 1 on his first roll. No need for disadvantage. As you do that, one of the gnomes look up at you and say, "Shut the fuck up!" And a bunch of them just start yelling and cursing. You have, instead of calming these people down in their time of mourning, you have turned their mourning into anger.
Yes, turn the anger against Tinkertop.
It's like the mob in Shrek.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I can see you're all very emotional right now. I'm gonna. Okay. I start running.
You turn and start running.
We made our way for the horses, by the way.
The horses are gone. They were in the stable.
They were on the outside of the city. No, not on the outside of the city, but like just inside the gate at the stable. The mountain collapsed, but there was
They
still
were
that
inside
big
the
field.
stable. If you guys wanted to go to the stable, you would have had to take a completely different route. That would have taken way longer. Your horses are gone. Your cart is gone. They died too.
No, but that doesn't logically make
The
sense.
no. So the entire base shelf, you're allowed to have horses there. It's still like room level. You guys, and it's not like right at the entrance of the city. When you guys brought the cart in, you came into a section of the city. You went in a couple blocks, and then you parked the cart and gave it to a stable.
So you're telling me
This
that
city's
vast
giving me very
field
big Gondor vibes.
between the entrance, the gate of the city, and the start of the mountain, that vast expanse, a couple blocks from the beginning of it,
There's
all that's
multiple.
demolished?
There's multiple entrances, right?
You should pull up that map.
Okay, yes.
See
Let me
so
pull
we
up.
can-
Let me pull up.
This city
I don't
is
see where the
It's
stables
all
are.
gone.
the city is giving me Gondor vibes. Not gonna lie.
If
Apparently,
while
they don't
this
have
is-
cell phones in this game, but they have nukes. Like,
While this is all
Magic,
happening, if the DM allows it, I go around healing people.
I don't have the map right here on Roll20 to show like to the streamers, like set up right now. But for those of you who can see the map or want to look it up, literally it's all gone. I don't think you understand. Everything on the map is covered in stone and rubble. The entire mountainside collapsed. You cannot see a building. It's all under stone. The entire city's gone.
see what happens when you indulge in strippers, Reese's?
Don't blame this on me.
This
Your
is not her
sin
fault.
caused
This
the
is-
wrath of God to fall upon
This is
the
all.
city.
This is
Is it
all
all
our
our
faults. This is
no, I was just saying.
this is
while,
all our faults for not doing the quest we were supposed to.
While everyone's doing their thing,
You guys don't know why this happened, the three of you yet. Like as characters.
While this is all happening, I ask the DM for permission to heal everyone. or like kind of?
Oh, you want to heal like some of the
Yeah.
gnomes and stuff? You guys ran away from them. If you want, you can go back.
Yeah, I run in the direction of
Like a parallel
Yeah,
direction, like towards them, but away
Yeah.
from him.
yeah.
Cool. Yes, if you'd like to, you can.
Yes.
You want to use prayer of healing? I'm assuming
The
the group one, the one that affects
Yeah.
people around you.
how many am I able to heal with that?
Quite a few, I think. You can target up to 6.
Is that a cantrip?
No, it's a spell. It's a leveled spell. It allows him to group heal a bunch of people for a little
Make sure
bit.
you use up the slot.
I'm trying to remember, or I'm trying.
As you do so, I imagine Svelja also calls out, for any of those on the edge, bring them! Let me help! Calling over any wounded or people who might be on the edge of death right now, as there's many wounded.
Well, actually, would I be able to like just see if anyone's like on the verge and like specifically? Yeah.
Yeah, if you like, you call out and you say, anyone who is about, please bring them in. And you see a couple people bring some children that are unconscious, bleeding from their head.
Yeah.
I want to say something in character.
Yes.
Don't you guys think it's weird that Zaveldra just appeared in front of us? Like, what are the odds? Right as the city was collapsing, that he just happened to appear in front of us.
I don't know. He probably fucked something up.
Your belief in Zeldra. Yep. So, Zeldra.
Oh, you know what I can do?
What?
I can cast fucking is it?
The cantrip?
Yeah, the cantrip. Like anyone that's about to die.
Yes. You can stabilize
Yeah,
them.
I stabilize everyone. That's what I do.
So you run around, you spend the night. Are you going to try and like help as many people as you can?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to take you a while. You're going to be here for probably over an hour.
That's fine. I'll just keep my distance. People don't seem to like me for whatever reason.
I mean, everyone's like reincorporating, so I just do what I can. For
Yeah, you run around and you start
Yeah.
casting your cantrips, trying to
How about
just stabilize,
Yeah.
just stop this loss from growing
how
anymore.
about we find a place nearby to just settle down and talk about our next move?
Sure.
Do you think
Oh,
your
yeah.
girl is still alive?
Which one?
The bearded one.
Irene? Oh, well, you know what?
Well, I tell you guys to organize yourselves while I heal everyone, and then while you ask me to look for it, and then I'll look for it while I'm healing everyone.
What do you mean look for her? You're gonna look inside the city?
No, Well,
If-
we
in
don't know if
case
she's
she
in
might
the
have
city. Maybe
escaped.
she escaped.
Yeah,
I'm going
look
around stabilizing everyone.
Look, yeah, if you see
Sorry, who are you
Irene-
looking for? Or are you looking for Irene?
Irina.
Yeah.
Should we go back and
So
see
I'm
if any
saying
of
like
the major
while
people
this
are
is
still
happening,
alive?
I just tell them like
You guys can see the crowd of most of the scribes. It seems most of them that have scattered throughout the city have begun to sort of like congregate back together. Over the course of this hour that Zeldra is helping people, some people jump right into action. They start using their materials and forming essentially makeshift like camps, makeshift hospitals, quick like beds on the ground, whatever they can. Some of the people here are soldiers. You do see there's also a couple other healers outside of yourself who are also helping. And as you're looking around, you guys do see one familiar face. You see the Starosta.
Starosta!
As she's currently right now tending to the wounds of a small child. She is... You have seen her in most cases extremely excited and happy. Even from this distance, her posture is stiff, and as you approach and call out to her, you see her eyes are wet and her face is strewn with tears.
Ask her how to fix her sword.
She looks like she's been crying and weeping, but she has no tears left to cry.
Ask her how to fix your sword. It's a good time.
I take out my sword and I'm like,
I dare you! I dare you!
do you know how to enchant? No, I go up to her and I'm like, what happened?
She looks and she says, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She's you realize now what you thought was her tending the wounds of a child is her tending the wounds of a corpse. She hasn't quite given up, even though there is no life left in this body.
Starosta.
Oh my god.
Starosta, they're dead.
She's like, no.
I
And
kind
it's
of
in,
grab
and it's
her.
in,
I
it's
kind
in
of
that
grab.
moment you look carefully and you begin to see the resemblance.
Oh,
Oh,
I feel
fuck.
awful. That's
Is it-
too much.
You
Am
actually
I
make
able to
yours
stabilize,
cry.
or is it?
Yeah, I feel really
Or am I able
bad.
Do you have resurrect?
I do
Not. Level 3 spell. You don't have it unlocked yet.
But he's
Right.
level.
All I can do is.
Oh, he
I
gets
got-
that at level like 5,
Fuck.
5 or 6, something like that.
Do you know anyone who can resurrect this?
I mean, can I at least
Body
throw my
She
dagger?
goes- she's no longer. She's hysterical. She's not able to form proper speech at this moment.
Am I able to
You can
throw my
always make
dagger
another
into the
one.
ruins of the city and see what souls it can collect? I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Oh
I
my
didn't say
Oh my
that.
god!
I'm just imagining Dane running into the rubble. Ding ding ding. Oh, you're alive. Shing. Ding ding ding. Oh, you're alive. Shing.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Yeah. He's just collecting. He's collecting like things he can transform into. His blade allows him to transform into any humanoid entity he's killed.
Is Irina there? Maybe we didn't look hard enough. Or
Oh yeah, did you find Irina?
Also, guys, we apologize for the viewing angle. We'll do better for our next stream. This is just the widest.
We're working
we can-
on it. We're working on it.
I promise I'm not a bad person.
It's Dane, not you.
I slowly pat her head. You can always make another one.
You pat her head.
No. But I hold her arms to try and calm her down and like try and stop her.
You
from
come
this-
down. You come down to level with her, and as she's like, you grab her arms, and you look at her in the eyes, and she just looks at you.
As I sort of bring her in for a hug, I take my hands out and I close the open eyes of this dead body.
Arises is crying for sure.
Oh yeah, Arise's a wet mess.
I will say the part.
as you-
I will say, like, all humor aside, I seem to be very desensitized to mass loss
Okay.
like as a character.
as a character.
Yeah.
I'm very. You would know that.
I
makes
understand
sense.
this.
I'm very desensitized to a
Yeah.
lot of death.
It makes sense.
I mean, I'm just very angry, which is kind of my reaction to anything sad. Like my first instinct when my mother died was to get angry at someone.
Yeah.
So
Saveldra, how are you feeling? Sorry.
I don't have. Right now, I haven't like processed it. I'm just like going around helping.
You're. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's me. Keep going.
Yeah, so I'm almost shaking with my own rage, but I'm trying to calm the Starosta down, and I'm like, it's
She grabs him.
There.
She looks up at you. Whoever did this, you make them pay.
they're already dead.
Not until I see them.
Man, I was trying to say a cool line.
Could it have been that scan woman?
You asked this to her?
Yeah. Is
She
that
could-
is that the name?
Sken.
Scan.
Sken's of ours.
Okay.
She goes, I don't know. Where's Brawl?
We don't know.
Find Brawl.
We're okay.
She looks over to the rubble. There might be some alive.
Oh, that's fair. That's a fair point.
Let's go look for Brom and maybe Irene.
And Jebra.
We should.
Fuck Jebra, bro.
I love Jebra.
Bro, you love her a little too much.
Have I finished? Have I done, or have I casted stabilized everyone?
At this point, you have stabilized the most amount of people you can. There are other healers that are around here that have survived, and at this point, it seems that most people who are in that point where they're about to die have been held.
Okay.
There are many injuries that are still being healed, many people are still being tended to, but the immediate need to stop those from dying who are is gone.
Okay.
You assume, understanding the situation, that ability will be needed in the rubble if you're trying to recover anyone.
Is Tinkertop alive?
We don't know.
You don't.
Alright,
You,
it's
you,
a big
the
place
only
to start.
person
No.
that you recognize was the Starosta
Okay.
out of everyone
It's a
that's
big place
outside.
to search. We should split
Once I go like near the nearest entrance, and I look around, and do I see like a few soldiers
Nearest entrance.
that, like nearest like
Reminds me
way
of
to
when
get back
Leaf
into the
Village
city?
Was flat.
Oh, let me elaborate.
This reminds me of when the Leaf Village
There was
flat.
some walls. They
Oh,
are
the
no
walls are
longer there.
Okay, so not just rubble.
Literally,
It's just rubble.
all you cannot even see buildings anymore. Everything is just rock rubble. It's as if there was no city there.
Okay, in that case, do I see that there are a few like abled people that are?
Oh, there was already many able people who have jumped in and have started digging through rubble.
Oh, okay.
You see quite a few soldiers who immediately jump to start going and digging through the rubble. You
Okay.
hear a couple people, what looks to be some kind of high-leveled worksman saying, "Don't move that! It'll cause more things to fall." It's almost like
Yeah.
there have some people who have come in and are trying to stop more collapses as they're digging in. Fortunately, the people in this city are extremely resourceful. Many of them are extremely intelligent, so they have already immediately begun trying to save and recuperate everything they can.
So there isn't like a need for me to encourage more people to help. Everyone that's helping is doing
Yeah,
what they can.
anyone who can help has already
Yeah.
jumped into helping.
Okay, perfect.
There are obviously like a few like kids, and there are certain people
Yeah.
who are
Elderly. Or,
elderly, but not even beyond that. There are people who are able-bodied but are so emotionally distraught. They're literally like shaking on the ground. They can't do anything from an emotional standpoint. They're physically fine.
Karis, you're so devastated.
in that case, I look to those people that are already in the rubble, and I call out to them, telling, saying, if anyone needs to be stabilized, let me know.
And they call and say, "Go help in the rubble."
Okay. Do I have are any of my spells able to locate actual people, or is it just undead?
There is a spell called Locate Creature. After you to be familiar with the creature, I don't think you have that spell right now either. There isn't one that allows you to just detect people. You know what I mean?
Like, is there one to detect life forms?
No,
Oh, okay, that's
No.
unfortunate. I have detect magic. Would that count?
you could try maybe if they have something magical on them, but it's
Do
a
people
crap.
not like radiate energy or magic?
No, that's a bit of a crapshoot.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, interesting, actually. Oh, but it's only within 30 feet. That's useless. It technically says if you sense magic this way, you can use your action to see faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area. Oh, that bears magic now.
That has
Yeah.
magic, yeah.
Unfortunate. Oh, but I can learn its magic.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I have the
So
same
you guys go running out into the rubble and start looking around. I would like you all to roll me investigation checks, and indicate to me what either type of person, or if you're looking for a specific person, like what is there something you're looking for specifically, or some kind of indication when you're doing the search.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what happened?
I'm gonna start around in the circle.
You're gonna hate me.
Okay.
Investigate. What'd you roll?
You're gonna hate me.
20.
Bro.
You rolled another 20.
You're gonna fucking hate me.
So, it's fine for now. For the rest of you, please tell me what you're looking for before you roll. What is it you're looking for? Who?
Who?
I'll allow you to select who.
If you want to
Braum.
look for a particular.
You're looking for Watchmaster Braum. This is where we find out who lived and who died.
One of y'all look for Irene. You should look for Irene.
What about like maybe if like a stray pistol that
Oh my god.
He's not
As you
gonna
begin
use them
digging through the
now.
rubble, you find this one section which wasn't too far from where you initially met Braum. Of all the places, it's a guess anywhere. You start digging. Actually, sorry, not where Braum was, where the prison was, nearby where the explosion happened initially. You start digging, and as you do, you eventually, after a little while, find an arm with a gauntlet that looks very familiar. Not moving.
You guys go ahead and keep looking. I'll recover Braum.
You begin moving and you find Watchmaster Braum. Crumpled. Bones sticking out in places they shouldn't be. He's more of a puddle than a thing anymore.
Oh my god.
do you have anything on him?
Sorry for the description.
No, it's okay. This is just sad. It's our fault.
Is there anything on him that I could maybe deliver to?
You do see, you remember there was this one necklace, or amulet rather, he had around his chest. You assume it must be important to him in some way. You grab that.
Are the gauntlets remarkable in any way?
They're destroyed, so probably not.
You guys are such assholes trying
What?
to loot things.
No, just things that we could deliver back to the
Okay.
Evidence.
And like I quickly scan the area for anything. else.
Actually, surprisingly, his helmet is in perfect condition.
Should probably take that as well.
As you go to pull the helmet, the head comes with it.
Shake out the. Oh no! Shake out the.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
I shake out the.
yeah, he's just going.
That's atrocious.
I really hope Oasis is not watching you.
He comes
do
out. The inside's a little slick of the helmet. A little drippy.
What weapon did this guy use, by the way?
From before, you remember he just had a sword at his side.
Oh. So I look down at Brom's head, and then Brom's head, and I say, he must. I doubt he knows how to fix my sword. So I say, okay.
The dead body does not know how to fix your sword.
So I say goodbye, Brom. I take his head and I put it on top of where his head should be, or where I assume his head should be.
So at the top of the torso, as close as you can find it.
Humpty Dumpty never was put back together again.
No, not this Humpty Dumpty.
God damn.
And you move on.
I'm
Who?
searching for my girl Jeb.
You're looking for Jebra.
Yeah, I love Jeb.
Okay. So Jebra, last you knew, was up higher on the mountain. Now
What if she tried to run though?
Jebra died mid-threesome.
you can roll. So
She's
so
that one
I'm going to
corpse in
ask. So you're looking for
Pompeii that
Jebra
was found
specifically,
masturbating.
but is there an area or a type of person in general you're looking for outside of that?
Zio, who are you
Well,
gonna be
I
looking
guess
for?
maybe like just
I don't have
obviously if
anyone to
I
look for.
see like signs that someone's alive still, then
Any
I'll
signs of
try.
life as well? You'll
But
try.
I
He's
will.
looking
But
for
Jebra's who
Jebra.
you're aiming for.
Yeah.
Okay, please roll me
He's looking
your
for
investigation
49
check.
in the rubble.
Bro! Something's not right.
Use a different die.
16.
16 total investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. You begin looking around, and you do actually find a couple places of movement. As you're moving, you hear someone calling out, "Help! Help!" And as you do, you approach over, you move some rocks, and you see what looks to be a small gnomish girl, child.
I call Zaveldra.
She is hurt,
Help!
but she doesn't care, because she's currently holding an arm of another thing.
Oh my
And
god,
she-
I actually cried.
And
This
she's
is
calling
actually
You guys move into Sveldra. You come to help, I'm assuming, as you hear her call out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you run over, and you guys both start moving the rocks. You immediately see the girl is a little bit hurt, but she's okay. The way the rocks crumbled, she was just trapped. But she's currently holding the arm of what looks to be an even smaller male gnomish boy.
Oh my god.
You presume to be her little brother.
Well, who are we saving right now?
The
A
brother is
random
there.
girl.
You reach down and you feel he's barely breathing, but he's still
alive.
there,
Oh my
barely.
god.
I stabilize.
He's on. Yeah, I was gonna say he's on death's door. You immediately go and cast a stabilize it. The breathing stabilizes. He's not awake, but he has been stabilized just in the nick of the time. Good job.
Because who did you ask me to help?
Just in general.
No, like
Am
was
I
it
able
just like
to-
some
am
random
I able
person
to
you
look
found?
for
I found
someone
a little
again?
Girl, so I was like,
We're gonna
oh.
go around and then I'll decide based on how
Okay.
this is going.
Am I?
It's going good so
No,
far.
because I have a really good idea of what to
And
look
it didn't
for.
Would
find
it
Jeb?
be?
Nah, unfortunately, not with the 16. You do find though a child and
Well,
her
I'm
brother
glad
and
I
save
found
them.
the kid. Wait, so sorry, just one thing. You said that there were a couple places of movement. I guess that was just referring to the girl.
You see, like what I meant was, sorry, yes, what I meant was there was little stones that were moving from an area,
Okay.
and when you approached that area, you heard the whimpering.
So
and you were
one
able to move
central
over.
point,
It was
though.
one. It was around one central point. Yes.
Okay.
Dane,
Okay.
what are you doing? Are you looking for something, someone, someplace?
I'm debating between Irene and looking for maybe a pistol that came out of the dude's cupboard while everything was
So,
exploding.
so Tinkertop's house, you would literally have to scale the rubble up the mountain towards the edge. Remember, there was like hundreds of feet up one shelf that
Right.
got collapsed in, and then it came down into this valley here where you guys
Are any of the shelves still standing?
There is no city. It is
Ah.
all rock slide. The entire city was wiped away almost in an instant.
So it looks
So I
like
would
a
never
mountain.
actually even.
It looks like a bunch of broken rocks on the side of a mountain.
So essentially, I would never be able to find the place where the shop. So essentially,
Not really.
I wouldn't probably be
Then-
able to find the place where the shop used to be.
You could, but you would literally have to scale pretty much up the side of Broken Rubble Mountain to get to you'd have to climb up hundreds of feet of unstable,
Like one
freshly
viewer.
freshly dropped rubble.
I don't know if I'm able to do this any other time. But I also really want to look for Irene. I look for Irene.
You're looking for Irene. Okay, roll me an investigation check.
That's fine.
Oh, sorry. Outside of just Irene, if you can't find her specifically, is there anything else you're looking for in general?
Sam, I might be wrong. No, who's Sam? I don't know if you don't want to know.
What are the chances that
No,
they could
it's
have
not
rolled
like that.
down in the rubble
Who?
those items?
Okay, so you're keeping an eye out for items and Irene.
Yes.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Have fun with your fucking 30 DC.
I'm proficient in investigation. I get to use psionic die.
It could be good. It could be very good.
I'm now regretting choosing charisma as my proficiency.
14
14
plus
be better.
no, investigation.
investigation.
14 plus 5, 19.
Ooh, plus your
19.
psionic die if you want.
Do you wish to use your psionic die? The way now in
Oh.
this case, it's not so much a pass or fail anymore, as much as it is how much you're going to succeed.
Well, I
into
can
what
use it
you-
either way,
Yeah.
and then I'll know if it fails. And
No,
it
so what I'm saying is
expense it or not.
you have succeeded the bare minimum here. If you want the ultra success of possibly finding Irene, you may need to roll higher. You don't know yet.
I'll still roll.
Okay.
I'll still use it up. I still have 3 charges.
Mm-hmm.
4, so 19 plus 4, 23.
23. Okay. You start looking through the rubble, and you know that the bar was up on the shelf. So what you try and do is you try and track down roughly, possibly if it came down, an area where you could have found it. Right over there, you start looking, and you don't hear any movement, see anything, but you decide to start digging. Might as well.
Sure.
You start moving rocks and rubble, and eventually you come up onto what looks to be
This is how I dig.
the broken-in roof of some kind of shop that is still standing below the rubble, barely. Parts of it is cleaved in. Do you enter the structure?
Yes.
You climb down into the structure. It looks to be at some point some kind of workshop that was smaller, but you see right now everything is disheveled, broken. There is what looks to be some lockbox that's lying on the ground, bented in, lock barely hanging on. As you pick it up, the lock opens, and inside some gold coins fall out. You pick them up. You can add 50 gold to your inventory.
Oh, fuck you, Irene.
Should have bought
What?
that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Should
kidding.
have bought that gunpowder earlier.
Additionally, you look to your left, and you see something glowing from an area.
Let me just add that quick. Okay, look to my left.
Yeah, and you see something glowing through a broken-in cabinet.
I investigate it.
You walk up to it. It looks to be there was some kind of humanoid mechanical construct built here. Yeah. It is brilliantly designed, even to your eye, beyond anything you could even understand, but it is broken into pieces, barely together. However, the glowing part in
Do
its
you want this as a
chest,
sex doll?
you see what looks to be. Let me make sure. I want to pull up the item.
So
here.
there's like a mechanical humanoid thing in pieces.
There's a construct there. Technically, is what we're speaking of. Looks like some kind of the technical term would be automaton.
Does he know if the automaton had weapons?
Nothing that you see, but you do see
Oh,
the
okay.
glowing chest.
Power
Section.
core.
Collection. Effectively, yes. It looks like some kind of like central energy point. It's a purple crystal that floats in the center. What do you do?
Is it big enough such that I can reasonably fit all the pieces in my bag, like in my inventory? or is it just too heavy?
Oh no, it's small.
No, the whole thing.
The whole
The whole
construct?
construct. If I was to,
Definitely not the whole thing, but you could take parts of it if you wanted to.
could I take the head?
Yeah,
I'll take the head and the power core.
fantastic. Please add. You don't know what it does, the heart does yet, but please add the Artificer's Heart to your inventory. It's available in there. It's a homebrew item.
Why would I?
I have to. Can I ask something? Because I think at this point, unless we're not there yet, but I think at this point it's probably not going to happen. What was the DC for finding Irene? I just kind of wanted to know.
25.
I was
So-
too
You were
off.
close. You were close.
That means she could be nearby.
I could. She did what? Oh, she could
But
have
we
been like.
wouldn't know that. We wouldn't know that, just saying.
Also, that doesn't necessarily mean they're alive.
Well, I know, but like at least we would know her if she lived or died.
Okay.
Well, right now, you couldn't find her.
And what should I add for the head? What's it called? Just like construct head.
That's not an actual item. You can just add it as a custom item if you want.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, that would be the end of your look. Zaveldra.
Would it be a stretch to use Eyes of the Grave to see where, if like,
That allows you to detect undead, Bradford, not the dead.
I was gonna be like, could I detect like the souls of the dead, kind of?
No, it's specifically undead, so
Okay.
souls that were forcibly brought back.
Oh.
Does that make? It's
Like
not
a
even whole
type of
souls.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undead is not the same thing as undead is a form of necromancy.
Right.
It's a whole separate thing than just souls.
Okay.
It's also far more malevolent and evil. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
generally,
it's far more malevolent. I'm not going to say all
Yeah.
necromancy is evil,
that's fair.
because that's not true. Technically, all your healing spells are necromancy.
Yeah, that's also true. Okay. Well, I basically just have an opportunity to find someone or something.
Tell me what you're looking for. Are you looking for a person, a thing,
You know what?
information?
Do I know, or do I see the waterfall still?
It's actually an interesting point. You realize you say that you do not, but if you keep a close eye, you do see streams of water breaking through the rubble in certain areas. The waterfall area, wherever was the source of this water, too, because if you think about it, there was a waterfall at the top of a mountain.
Oh, the whole mountain fell, even that part. Yeah.
The explosion came from where the water, like just below where the waterfall originated from.
Oh.
So there is probably water that is emanating from somewhere inside of the mountain, but it is nothing that you can really see.
Right.
If you look carefully, you can maybe see little bits of
But
stream
like I
breaking
would
through the
know
rock.
by looking at that area that whatever workshop that I saw is gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Beyond gone. Actually, if you look carefully, the tip of the mountain
Oh, that's gone as well.
is
Okay.
complete. Like it used to go almost to a peak.
Yeah.
It's almost like that entire section is gone out. It looks more like a
Mm.
volcano now than it does a mountain because of the gaping hole at the top of it.
Okay.
I feel so happy. Oh, sorry, not happy.
Would I like
I
how
feel
far
so bad, bro.
how far would that area
I
be?
never thought I'd feel guilty.
Like, from where I am right now.
That's all- like D&D
Would I be able to guess like it's like
We
like
fucked
a
up.
30-minute walk, like to get to the waterfall area?
Not really.
Oh, so everything
Yeah.
is extremely steep
Hmm?
here.
We kind of.
You
Not to like
How
get
could we
up
have
there. I
known?
mean like to get to the base or generally that
I
area.
know, but like.
you can get to if you want to get
Outside
to
of the
if you-
game,
to get to the base, you essentially
Ramsey
just to
said
the base of
sure.
the mountain.
In the game, we didn't know.
True.
So
I'm trying to.
you can go there, but you will be hundreds of feet from where that
Yeah, where that was.
just okay from the base of where you guys are, just the second shelf, not even where that workshop is,
Mhm.
was like 500-600 feet.
Oh shit. Okay.
Then to get from there, like when you guys were on that platform, you guys went down 500 feet. Wow, you were hurrying down too. That was why he had to increase the speed to drop you guys, because otherwise it was going to take you way too long to get down.
Okay. Damn. I was gonna be like.
And that's just to the second shelf. Then from there, up. Originally, it was like an hour trek.
Whatever happened to that Mexican?
And that was with a
Zero,
pathway.
Yeah, my thing was gonna maybe if I can like go in that area, I can
see where they might have escaped to, but I doubt it.
Whatever happened
Unless-
to Zio's mech suit?
Well,
He phased out of reality.
yeah.
It was also at the top of the mountain that got blown up, so it's probably destroyed.
You know what? Would I be able to cast? What's that one?
Svelto still has a lot of information he hasn't shared with the party either.
That's true. Everyone's like running around panicking. I haven't.
To be
had the
fair,
time.
it's
Yeah.
not necessarily the best time.
Yeah, that too.
Although giving an explanation as to what actually happened might be helpful, because everyone's really confused.
I'll do that after.
What are you looking for? Yes.
I wanna cast find. I wanna find out like what's the item find? What's it called? Locate. Remember, I had that one spell that helps me locate an item within 1,000 feet of my area.
Locate object?
Yeah, locate object.
Do you have that? Right
Yeah.
now? Okay, cool. What are you trying to locate?
There we go. I found it. I want to locate the mech. I know it's probably fucked, but I want to know its general.
So what is the range on that? First off, like how far away
locate
can the item be?
1,000 feet of me.
Within 1,000 feet. Okay. It's on the edge. What? Okay. So you cast locate object. As you do, you don't get an exact ping. Rather, you feel the ever so slightest. Actually, no. Technically, you feel nothing.
Oh.
Because it is no longer the object you're looking for. It is. You gather based after the feeling you get, because for a moment you feel something like there was, but it's not. It is gone. Like it's not even in one piece. It's in
That's fair.
many scrap
Oh.
pieces.
When you said
What-
many, the light changed with your voice.
It's sound activated.
When I kind of felt it, would I be able to tell the general direction? Like, would I be able to tell like it was just above me, or just like it's just a part of the rubble now? It is one with the rubble.
You need to remember, it was at the top where the biggest part of the explosion happened.
Hmm.
Additionally, the rock slide. I mean, I'll give this to you. The rock slide was very specific in the way it fell. There was multiple explosions, not just the one that happened at the top. This seems like this has been being planned for a while now.
And also, those rumbles could have been like weakening under the mountain.
There was other explosions happening that were causing the rumbles.
Do you think Tinkertop still wants us to find his creation?
That's crazy. Damn.
He has
If
bigger
I went
concerns.
with them,
If he's alive.
damn. If I went with them, I would have cast locate object on the gun, but I haven't seen the gun. Unlucky. Well, I guess in that case, I just.
Are you doing the investigation roll still? Like, are you looking for a person? Are you trying to help anyone? Like, what are you
Yeah,
looking for
in that
information?
case,
What are you looking for?
I'm. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna. I want to see if I can find the source of what I presume to be explosions that caused this. I want to know if it was.
Okay, so you're gonna see if you can
Imagine
figure out
all
where the origination points of the explosions were, essentially.
Yeah, that and like if I can tell what type of explosion, if it was a magical type or if it was a like
Okay.
TNT.
Roll
Imagine
investigation.
Imagine not looking for Irene.
Bro, I don't know who the fuck Irene is.
True.
Yes, you do.
Well, like I saw her, but like I was about to kill myself at the time because I was tired of this guy's bullshit. Investigation.
I just noticed my metal D8 is so much smaller than my non-metal D8.
I got a 16.
A 16 investigation. Cool. With a 16, I mean, you know the big one. That's not the mountain. You
I
gather
think everyone knows the big one.
two things. One, you remember that he snapped, and then the explosion seemed to have triggered. That immediately tells you that there was definitely some level of magicalness to it, right? It's not like he lit a fuse or something.
Yeah.
However, you are not aware of any kind of magic, at least magic that is easily obtainable, or obtainable really for the kinds of people you saw, that would allow like multiple explosions like that to happen in sequence unless it was designed over decades. So you assume there's probably some combination of magic and practical and physical.
manner.
Probably some kind of incorporation with gunpowder and stuff like that.
Well, I have a thing maybe we should do.
But that's about all you can figure out.
I have a kind of an idea. So, we know that it was planned. Well, I guess the Belger thinks that it's probably been planned for a while, and like.
He hasn't said that to anyone yet, but yes.
Okay. Well, are you gonna tell us that or no?
Well, once my turn is over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, your
okay.
turn is over.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then
I will
we-
say for the sake of brevity, unless there is something very specific any of you guys want to look for again, you guys can spend the rest of your time helping and just getting general people, trying to pick people up
I
from the
was
rubble.
gonna say. I
There's
think
one more person I specifically wanted to look
Who would you like to look for?
for. The person the traveler said was nearby.
You want to look for Jester.
Yes.
Okay. Please roll me an
But-
investigation. Yes?
With assistance. I, out of sheer hopefulness, reach into my bag and pray to the love of fuck that it's the red weasel. Maybe he could help.
I see what you're doing. To any viewers, the traveler interaction that I spoke to about at the beginning of the video mentioned that he felt the presence of Jester, or at least the usage of her magics, was somewhere nearby. So that's why Solus is looking for her.
Wait, Jester or whatever. Isn't that from Mighty Nine?
Yeah. Blue skinned tiefling, the one who gave the cupcake to the witch?
Oh, that's cool.
No. Okay. You didn't roll 20.
I rolled a d10 for my bag of tricks.
That's a 10.
Should I like not use the metal ones? I won't use the
You
metal
know
ones.
what? Dice jail. Those are banned for the rest of the session.
I've rolled nat 20s on both sets of dice. Though.
I know, but like, fuck you.
Okay, the short column will be my dice jail.
Please.
I did say I was only gonna use these for
Any
rages.
DMs watching, you don't understand my pain. Everything I do, I can't let. Yes. So, you reach into your bag and you pull out this little furry ball. You throw it, and you see the Crimson Weasel again. And the Crimson Weasel looks at you. Oh no. Looking around at the environment around him.
Yep.
Where are we?
This is Hupperduke. Was Hupperduke.
Jester. You see a sudden plume of green smoke envelop around the creature as the form that you saw before of the Traveler, name who you don't know, Artagan, shows himself with his red curly hair, wild pointed ears, and he goes, "Oh no." He puts his hands out, and a green pulse of energy emanates on the ground past him. Dong. Dong. Out. Over the rubble. He closes his eyes and closes his hand. She's not here. Alive or dead.
Where could she be?
Your guess is as good as mine. Oh my. He walks over through some rubble and he begins digging, pulling rocks out. He says, "Help, there's someone here."
I come and help him.
You come, and as you do, you're digging for quite a moment. Like, this is deep. And as you do, you pull up what looks to be there's a section of roof that you guys have now found. And in a moment, you realize this roof looks a little bit familiar. And you lift up the roof. And below you see a dwarven female with a beard. You see Irina.
Irina! Is she alive?
You jump down and you feel, and she has a pulse. She's knocked out. She's unconscious. But she's alive.
Let's go!
Let's go! You better marry her.
I rolled to see if she survived
Cassandra.
when you were looking, and yeah, she rolled.
You
really
gotta
well.
choose, man. You gotta choose.
And tell her to come with us. What the hell? She's homeless and jobless.
Okay.
Well, first let's get her out of the hole.
Well, yeah.
You grab her and you get out. You were sorry. For the sake of understanding this, you probably were holding up a section of the roof.
Does she have anything interesting near her?
Investigation check.
This is so awkward.
I won't even
because
use these dice.
This is,
I'll use this dice.
This is so awkward. because
Ramsey.
the-
I'm not even using my dice. I'm using Karis's brand new die.
This is really awkward.
Oh,
That's
15.
This is really awkward because I was gonna say on my next turn,
Plus
like,
two,
when it got
17.
to me again, I was gonna be like my character like walks out of that little like enclosure he was in, and he's really frustrated, so he does Arms of Hadar, and like almost like he wants the tentacle, like just in frustration, like causing the tentacles like to like move debris around, and, like start shouting.
In rage, you're trying
Yeah.
to dig through the debris.
Yeah, and
using
basically
your-
start
yeah.
shouting Irina's name,
Yeah. You
and then
start
she's gonna see that now.
No, I was gonna say, as you're calling out, you guys have pulled Irina out of the rubble, and it took quite a few moments to get Irina out. And through that, you see the traveler going, "Oh no!" He's unable to stay in form for very long, as he falls back out into out of existence. But you now have Irina's body, well, not unconscious body, not dead, unconscious body.
Dane!
And you grab her and you start bringing her through. And as you do, you start hearing screaming and guttural roaring of just pure agony, for lack of a better term, pure anger. And as you run over, you see Dane currently whipping out these black tendrils from himself, throwing debris, and he screams out, "Irina!" And as he does, you feel movement on your shoulder, and you see Irina's like, "What are you?" She pushes off of you and is standing for a moment. She looks over.
Oh no, she's gonna see my
Dane?
tentacles.
Yeah. As you you hear Dane. You turn around, and you immediately see Irina, blood dripping from her side, disheveled, barely awake.
I immediately retract the tentacles.
Yeah,
and
they drop without
and I
even
just
needing
like
to.
casually
say it.
toss away the dagger. Oh, Irina!
It teleports back. to
Yeah, you toss away the dagger and teleports back to your side.
Movie moment right now.
Goof moment.
You start running up to her. I'm assuming you grab her.
Yeah.
You grab her and hug her, and she's like, "Oh, not that tight, not that tight." You put it down. She's like, "Ugh." She's for those of you just understand, she still has 1 hit point.
Fuck it, she said she has 1 hit point.
She has a singular
Fuck it,
hit
I
point.
fuck her one more time.
Right there, in the middle of the debris of her destroyed town that she grew up in front of everyone, digging through bodies of the dead.
I might as well get that last hit point. What's she gonna do with it? No, I'm just kidding.
Hit it for the
Hit that 1 hit point.
hit it for the hit point.
Hit it for the hit point. I need that on a
So-
t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Any on a t-shirt. Hey, merch idea. Anyone watching in the future, hit it for a hit point.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. no,
FYI, this is the same tortured weasel that you may or may not know and love.
Sprinkle. Yeah. Fucking tear through hell itself. That fucking weasel.
Poor guy.
Sorry. Yes. So you grab her and she's like, "Oh, barely awake."
So,
Unarmored strike?
sorry?
She looks up at you and she just kisses you.
Aw. Oh, you're so heavy.
You're almost as good as Cassandra.
No.
She just dies.
1d4 points psychic damage.
I will say though, there's in my backstory wise, not like story wise. I know you make the story. Backstory wise, there's a very interesting arc with Cassandra. The only reason I haven't written it in the backstory is because I also kind of want to surprise you with it.
Okay. We'll discuss this later.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you before it happens.
When you always say psychic damage, can psychic damage not be blocked or something?
I can block it.
It's very unlike it's actually a really rare thing to have resistances for,
Oh,
but it's
really?
more
Come on.
because the idea. Whenever I'm saying you take psychic damage, it's because you said something that was so bad it physically hurt your brain.
Oh.
I'm saying it as a joke.
Kind of like whenever I speak, you know.
Yeah. I take 2d4 psychic damage every
Yeah.
time you talk about exams. So sorry. Back to the game. Yes. What was I just saying? So Irina embraces you for a kiss. She is wobbly, standing at 1 hit point. I'm assuming you guys take her out. You can show.
Go on a date.
Guys.
Yeah, take her on a date. Yeah.
Guys.
Does anyone do anything to help heal her?
Oh, what?
Do you guys have any potions as well? I think someone has a potion as well.
I consumed the shit out of that during our Babu fight.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
because somebody wouldn't
Zio,
heal me.
you
If you
heal
guys
her?
don't,
What?
You can't heal her?
Heal her?
Are you out
I
of
don't know if I
your-
want to use that spell slot.
Oh, okay.
to be fair, you're in the middle of a disaster zone. She's awake and
What
alive.
time is it? Like 11?
She can recover naturally.
Guys,
Oh, like
we're-
midday?
It's at this point it is getting into the evening.
Okay,
like
so
it's been a few
I
hours of searching.
have words to say to the group.
You guys are currently in the middle of the rubble, and no one else seems to be directly around you other than Irina, who's still with you.
She's really
Yeah, and
heavy.
Dane.
She's no, you don't. She's standing on her own.
Yeah, and Dane
Well,
is next to me.
me
She's-
and
she just- Dane's
Karis
next to
are
me.
like
Dane.
fucking
Yeah, no,
far.
you guys are all here, and Irina.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one else is
Isn't-
nearby.
isn't-
Okay, yeah, I'm talking
me
to the
and,
group.
Karis far away though? Aren't we like in the
You
middle
guys
of
have
the
recollected yourselves
Oh,
by
okay.
this point. This is like
Guys.
time is passing.
Oh, okay.
Hupperduke has clearly fallen. There is nothing we can do to undo the fact that it has fallen. And the people here are completely defenseless now. Besides whatever assembled war machines were left down at the base that weren't crushed by falling debris.
Almost none.
They are completely defenseless. The closest big major city
Zadash.
is Zadash. We could try to go back to Nogvarot and warn them. They're not going to be able to help like Zadash will. They need to know because there's nobody here who can help.
I agree.
I think now, because...
Actually, there's one other city, bigger city that's closer. It's called Blade Garden, but it was a forward post for the war as well, kind of like Nogvarot.
No, we need a major city.
Yeah, it's not a major city. The closest
Okay.
major city would be Zadash.
I wanted to say something to Solus and the group. I think now that we've seen the type of events that can happen so quickly, I think it's important that from now on we stick together and we all mutually agree on what to do next. Because we could have easily lost Zaveldra if he hadn't appeared out of nowhere so suddenly. Like, we
So-
should
such
always
a
try
sh-
to stay together.
It's
Irina actually speaks up as soon as you say that. You're a strange one. You know that too. You were walking around with your eyes closed.
yeah, it's crazy. Out of nowhere, you just vanished. We couldn't find you for some reason.
Yeah, I'd only ever seen. It looked like you were sleepwalking.
Yeah, it's weird. You shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's why would you sleepwalk
Someone's mentioned that you were climbing up the mountain.
up the mountain?
And then that's when I like tell them everything what happened minus me going into the mech and fucking around with it.
So after the next 20 minutes or so, he has finished recounting what he went through between falling in and out of dreamscapes, seeing the death of that one prostitute.
That we now find out is a prostitute.
Yeah.
That one prostitute. We should have looked for the other one.
The other one might have been the demon.
You head up. You mentioned going up into the mountain, following Sken, seeing Ish. Sorry, I want to make sure I don't mispronounce her name.
Oh yeah, my excuse for not going.
You
after-
saw Ishel. You mentioned hearing the name Huron. You mentioned a bit of that note that you read.
Yeah, I mentioned
the
that.
Angel of Irons was some key word of some kind.
I mentioned that like instead of the reason why I didn't follow them is because they outnumbered me, and also I wanted to see if I could find any more valuable information.
You then mentioned how you fell back into this ghostly world, and then you heard the voice of someone calling out to you that sounded like Orises, and eventually you were able to somehow find your way to them. You're not sure how, you don't understand how, you just sort of, through will almost, were able to apparate back from where you were.
Maybe we should go to Zadash and see if we can find out any information from anybody about this Sken person and the other people you mentioned, hearing the names of.
Yeah, and then I agree with, or I say, yeah, I agree with that idea. I think we should stay here for the night after recuperating everyone, and then lead everyone to Zadash. And we can have, or we'll talk formalities with them when we arrive, and we'll update, or I'll tell the Starosta about what I know and see if she can provide any more assistance. And then, like, as a side note, while, like, once we're done having that conversation, I ask, so you guys mentioned that I was either sleepwalking or vanished. What happened? I kind of asked for more clarification.
Karis, you left because you were sick, or feeling sick, and then Dane and I went on a little shopping excursion. Karis got kidnapped by a stripper,
A prostitute.
a prostitute.
I didn't know she was a prostitute. She was being really friendly to me, and I had no idea what a prostitute was. So I followed her. She's like, "Let's go. I'll show you where I stay."
Anyways, so we found Karis, and then when we came back to the bar and went back to sleep, we didn't realize what had happened to you because you and Dane had different rooms and I was with Arises. And in the morning you were gone. So,
And then I ask for clarification from Irene, saying, "What do you mean by, or did you just what do you mean like, or what about climbing the mountain? What do you mean sleepwalking?"
It was when you came down the stairs. I said hi, and you didn't acknowledge me, and then I looked, and your eyes were closed, and you seemed to be like sweating, like you were scared, and you just walked out of the tavern without acknowledging anyone. You almost walked through someone.
What about the mountain?
Someone came in later saying that they saw some crazy guy climbing up the mountain, and I eventually kind of figured out through the description that it must have been you. And based after everything I just heard, it sounds like you kind of were, but weren't at the same time. I don't get this shit.
I don't get it either. Anyway,
Irina, will you be coming with us to Zadash?
Looks like I don't have much of a choice.
Let's go.
Besides,
All
my
it
sister
took was
does live there.
All it took was
Oh.
and I think a little certain somebody needs to meet more.
Before you can even
than-
finish that sentence, Irina has looked at you and is giving you the death glare of 1,000 suns.
I wouldn't make threats, Irina. You're on 1 hit point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, your beard says it all. Let's go. And then we.
Wait,
That's
did you have
wild.
Did you have another thing to ask? I don't know if you were done
Um,
talking to Irina after she told you about seeing you on the mountain.
no, I mean that's pretty much it. We once we go back to base camp, I ask the rest of the team, well, you guys to like help set up camp so we can stay for the night while I go talk to the Starosta, or like while I find the Starosta so I can update her on the situation.
And then I talked to Irina. I'm like, if your sister's in Zadash, do you know of like how to get there or the fastest way to get there?
Yep. We head down the gravel path, following along the mountain range. Then we can head west from there, cutting across the plains over towards Dash. Or if we decide we need to stop for supplies along the way, we can go a little bit further south and stop in Feldowin.
I think we need to make for straight travel. We don't have much time to waste.
Well, by foot, it's going to take us about a week.
Is there any other means of transportation that you can
No.
think of?
She points to the rubble. Not that I can see.
That's
Maybe
fair.
we could. Are there any towns on the way? Maybe we could stop in one of those and see about transportation.
Well, that's-
If you guys are willing to take an extra day south, there's
I take
Feldowin.
out
They
my-
might have horses.
I
It's
take out
about
my
4
wild-
days travel from here.
I take out my
That's not
wild
worth
mount
it.
map. I wanna just
Oh,
look
sorry,
at-
about 3 days travel from here.
That's
It's
not
like
worth
halfway.
it.
I take out my wild mount map. I just want to look at the map.
Yeah, there you go. Just be careful. It's a little fragile. There you go.
Okay, so I say we take a
Long rest.
a long rest and then
Where's the
continue
dash?
to Zadash.
But I want to point out that I think we should take turns doing checks because that woman,
guys are over here.
Sken, could still be around.
And on your check you
Go
can talk to
down
the
and around.
lady.
In that case, I'd have to
Did you
take.
hear what I-
No, that
Sorry.
wouldn't work because
That's
we
okay. I
wouldn't
was just saying. I think maybe each of us should take a turn doing a check, like during the night, while we'll watch, because that Sken person could still be around. We don't know.
Based after his description, they seem to have been escaping on foot from the top of the mountain, so
Focus.
you don't know.
Went it the wrong way.
But yeah, alrighty.
Also, the
So you
skin
guys-
person wasn't made out to seem like as big of a deal as she turned out to be.
with all the demons helping break her out.
I thought they were breaking her out so she could escape, not so she could stay,
She did escape.
and then proceeded to stay. And the Starosta
She's
didn't
not there anymore. She's gone now.
Yeah, well, the Starosta also didn't make it seem so dire. She
The
was like,
Starosta
oh,
didn't know what was going on. No one knew what was happening.
neither did we.
Yeah.
You know what it was? I don't think it was so much the fact that we
Neither
didn't do
did
it
we.
because Zio wasn't here. I think it was more so because it was kind of a selfish reason because we already kind of had a
Priority
order
list.
of events of what we were expecting to happen. So then when this thing came up, we were like, oh, this is gonna distract us from what we're trying to do. So let's just ignore it. So it was
But
kind of
I
So
think
we
what
were
comes
also
down
kind
is
of
what
on
is
a
it you
roll.
are trying to do?
well, we wanted to come to Hupperduke, deliver the message, do what we had
I
to
meant
do.
like an overall goal, as like a party.
Fucking save Rexentrum. That's what I thought was this whole thing about. And then
No, that's one. Well, I mean, yeah, that's
was
just
that
one
it's
part.
like the capital of the empire, and then in the process, all it sounded like was some mere prisoner was broken out, and we were like, yeah, sure, they could have some information, or we could continue to go help. Like, is it?
Honestly, like, it's not necessarily you guys made a bad decision. Like, with the information you had.
Mhm.
You prioritized, but you just made the wrong choice. Well, it wasn't necessarily the wrong choice. It was just a choice.
A choice that led to something bad happening, and we didn't know that something bad would
It
happen.
wasn't like you guys
necessarily.
knew this was going to happen. No,
Yeah.
but you didn't do your due diligence
You
either.
know what? Maybe before we all have our long rest, maybe as a group we should talk about what our goal is here in like the long run. Like, are we helping? Are we trying to do things for the greater good? Are we trying to save anybody that needs helping? Like, what's our overall?
Are you saying
goal?
this as a character, by the way?
Well, yeah.
Partially?
basically. Yeah, partially.
Irina's nearby when you say this. She says, "How are you guys? I'd pick a name. You all seem to have some kind of goal in mind."
Well, what would describe us?
The guards.
Not just the guards.
The
It needs to be
The
some.
guards.
It needs to be
the,
something that.
the Vajards.
It needs to be something
The
that's
Vanguard?
Vanguards.
a
Oh, the
vanguard.
Vanguard.
It's a term they used to use back in Craghammer.
What does it-
Vanguard.
does
I
it-
like that.
I
Does
like
that mean four
Vanguard.
people?
Vanguard.
Doesn't
What?
it usually mean 4 people?
Vanguard
Guards
of
of the
Smeller.
of smell. Valor. Vanguard of
Vanguard of
Valor.
Valor.
Wow.
Wait.
Vanguard of Valor.
We need a group tattoo.
My skin is too fair for that.
Well, you
Have
have a
fun.
pen and paper. You have a pen and paper. Why don't you come up with
Y'all
something?
are really shoving this down here. You couldn't even like.
Make it organic.
No, not at all.
Smeller.
Schnaller, yeah. The
I-
party has been waiting for an opportunity to make their name known in game. So I'd like to introduce you to the Vanguard of Valor.
And I think our symbol will be reminiscent of 2 V's with wings coming out of it.
You know what? That works. Have fun with drawing it.
Well,
I'm gonna go find
luckily
this
for
one.
us,
Not that one. The other one. I like the other one.
No, the other one was nicer.
TBD.
Yeah, this one's better. And that seems easier to
Yeah,
draw.
that one's nicer. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Show
for
the
for
screen.
reference chat, can they see?
Yes, they
You
can
fucked
see.
up.
Yes, they can
Okay,
see, but it
there
hasn't
you go.
shown up yet.
There you go.
That's good.
There, now
Pretty
you're
Cool.
gonna see.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
All right.
Hell of a time to name your party.
True.
The Vanguards of Valor after we caused the city to blow the fuck up.
Well, you didn't cause it. You just didn't really help in stopping it.
Irina, I'm
All right.
glad that you survived.
She says,
This is a really daunting thought because it's like we didn't cause it, yes. We didn't really do anything to help, which kind of gives me the idea
Alright.
that if we keep not doing anything to help, everything's just gonna blow the hell up.
Our new goal is to ensure every city's destruction. What if we just joined the enemy?
What if we just joined the enemy?
They're stronger.
No, I'd be down.
Like, what if we just became evil?
I'd
Can
be
that
down.
happen?
Yeah, you can run an evil campaign. It would be interesting.
Actually, I'd be kind of down. Imagine being hunted down by like an army, and then I just like cast. I just have become
Well-
level 3 spells.
Cast kill
Fucking
everyone.
die.
Finger of Death.
Yeah.
It's a 9th level spell. If you have less than 100 hit points, you just die.
Oh, actually?
You just straight up
Okay,
die.
I'm waiting to level
no
9
roll,
spell.
nothing.
Y'all are fucked.
yeah.
Wait, so if he's in combat with someone who has under 100 hit points, they're dead?
Yeah.
No, not. This is a spell for like. It's a necromancy spell for like wizards and stuff. It doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
Out of context. Sorry.
That's a powerful fucking spell.
It's
Okay.
extremely powerful.
Johanna, finger of death.
Because I slapped you.
And what's funny is that's literally what you do. Finger of Death.
I'm just noticing we
No,
started
Ramsey,
right
Ramsey.
at 1. We started right at 1 a.m. because it's 2. We've been
Yeah.
streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes and it's 3:40.
Nice.
Sweet.
Ramsey.
Okay, so
Ramsey.
let us.
Skadoosh.
That'll be the casting word.
Skadoosh. Amazing.
Okay, so we sleep after.
Okay,
saying,
wait. You said you wanted to go speak
Yeah.
to the Starosta.
Yeah, that'll be on
So-
his watch.
Yeah. So while you guys are going, chill, you run over to the Starosta. The Starosta at this time has calmed herself as much as she can. She's disheveled. She's got bags under her eyes. She looks like any other push, and she has nothing left. She's on the edge.
Did anyone
I
tell you you were
cast-
today?
Yeah.
Cast some.
Calm emotions.
Yeah. I
that is
have
a
a spell
spell
like that, yeah.
That is actually a
Yeah,
spell.
I have that, I think.
Either way, you approach her, and she looks at you and she says, "Yes."
I come bearing news.
Of?
Okay, first, before I engage in the conversation, I need to cast the thing so she can calm the fuck down.
You actually go to cast calm emotions on her.
Yes.
As you begin casting, she grabs your hand and stops it mid-cast, and she looks at you and she says, "I want to feel this,"
Okay. And then I proceed to...
which surprises you, because that means she knew what you were casting,
Oh. Oh shit.
which is not something you've ever had happen before.
I keep this in mind for later conversation. But I proceed to tell her the whole story and then the plan for the morning.
So the second you say Huron, she goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you telling me Huron did this? Huron, the one that couldn't build himself out of a fucking cave. The one who... Fucking Huron. He was one of the only human craftsmen in the town. He had attempted for years to make a name for himself, but it was discovered that he was just stealing designs from other gnomish inventors. So he was, for all intents and purposes, exiled by the worksmen. Wasn't allowed to really work. Everyone laughed at him. No one's seen him in months. You're telling me Huron did this? With the help of demons? And how does Sken fit into this? Who the fuck's Ishel?
I don't know, but Huron, you're on. Runs
You
away.
can call him Stallmast. That's his last name. Everyone else called him Stallmast anyway.
That's yeah. From what I had to guess, or from what I could tell, it would appear as though some type of magic
Wait,
was.
and did you say they're going to Zadash?
Our goal is to take everyone here to Zadash.
No.
Oh.
If you remember, earlier in the cave, part of the message was that they were heading to Zadash.
Oh, fuck me in the asshole.
Oh, that's true. That is
Shit.
true.
Just wanted, sorry, I meta a little bit, but
Yeah.
you would have remembered
Yeah,
that.
I
I
would
just
remember
know
this.
you have memory for shit.
Yeah, no, this is also true.
It's time for revenge, avenging everybody that died.
After I talk to the.
Yeah.
After, we'll get revenge first.
Okay.
I'll still not
Oh,
make
that's
my sword.
That means
Oh,
we
yeah,
need
they-
to beat
that-
them there
that is what
somehow.
they said.
They've already left. You don't know where they are.
Do you? Is there another crystal you can blow up that might launch us a couple days?
trying to skip.
Oh, crazy how the floor is vibrating. Crazy.
Oh no!
Okay.
Kaboom! Half of the party dies again.
And then while I saying this, I'm like, I believe so, but if you believe, or the plan for, if you believe taking everyone would be to Zadash immediately would be too risky, there is a city we can stop by to drop everyone off.
If you're telling me they're going to Zadash, we're not going to Zadash.
Then the next best option is what's that city that was in the middle?
Felderwin.
Feldwin. We can take everyone to Feldwin.
I'm familiar with people there. We can lead ourselves there. We can gather some of the guards and lead everyone there if you guys wish to accompany us. But
No.
understanding what's going on,
Yes, that's halfway there.
it is halfway there.
It's
But
halfway to Zadash. We might
it's,
as well help
well,
them.
there's like a 1 day difference. You guys can split off from them, but theoretically, it's probably more efficient for you guys to go by yourself than trying to travel with hundreds
Yeah.
of people that are injured. So and she says as much. She looks over to you as you're having this conversation. She says, however, you guys should get going. If you're going to try to help in Zadash, warn them. Actually, she reaches down and she pulls out from her side satchel a scrap parchment, like whatever she has left. She's writing quickly and she closes. She says, "Unfortunately, I can't seal it, but this will be for the Starosta in Zadash. I've known them for quite a while. You should be able to at least understand the severity of what is happening." And she reaches below and she takes out
Her titty.
she takes out one tit. Yes. No. One tit slice. Here you go. No. She goes and pulls off a necklace, and hands it to you and says, "He'll know what this is."
How much is it worth?
Gives it to you. It
How-
looks to be worth like nothing. It's
Imagine
like made of
if you
beads.
did
It seems
Mad
sentimental.
Libs with like a
How
story
much,
like this.
or how would I be able to find the?
Sorry.
How would I be able to find the? Starosta there, once I get there?
Oh, it'll be relatively easy.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Just ask any of the guards. They'll probably point you in the direction.
Perfect. Out of this conversation, is Starosta?
Be mindful though. They did have an attack that happened on one of the towers not too long ago.
Oh,
So security is probably still very tight.
that's fair. Out of meta, is finding the Starostas like in every city easy? Is it?
They're like it's like going to City Hall.
Oh,
They're like the mayors of this city, kind of.
Oh, okay. I haven't. We don't have.
They're like a town's leadership.
Yes,
I get it,
effectively.
Okay.
They're not the only point of the leadership. Like there's the lawmaster, which deals with laws.
They're like the
persecuting
civil
but-
leadership. Like
Yes,
that.
they're
Yeah.
the civil leadership, more or less.
Okay, I thought it was like we were talking to like the United, like the fucking state president or something. I was like, okay.
No. These are more like they're more powerful than like a mayor,
Hmm.
because they like run the city, but
They're like easy to contact by
Yeah.
like the city people.
yeah, you effectively are going to the city hall when you're going to there.
There's
Okay.
not as many layers to reach.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. But yeah, so I tell her this, and then I ask if she needs any more help.
She looks around. My people are strong. I think we can take it from here. Please, don't let this be in vain.
We will do what we can.
I know.
This time around.
Is there any information you can provide us about the? Is there any more information you can provide us about the 3 people that we mentioned? The Zen, the hit, whatever.
You already know all the information I told you about Zen. We thought she was some kind of assassin from the Kreen, but based after everything you're telling me, I don't know what she is. Michelle, that's a new name to me. You said she was a dark elf?
Yes, she was blue.
Blue? She was a dark elf.
Oh,
I just
sorry,
came up
yeah.
with a name for our audience.
Oh?
The Divers.
The Divers! I like that, actually.
Come take a dive with us
I'm going to kill
into
you.
the realm of magic.
But yeah.
Dive
That
with us.
sounds like it could be dirty.
Oh, did we tell this? Did we already tell the story with what happened to the original city?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, everything's been explained about what happened in Rexentrum already.
Okay.
She says, we'll set off in the morning once we gather ourselves. You guys should probably rest as well if you want, or make haste. Whatever you see is best.
We'll.
She seems at this point like normally she'd be ordering,
Yeah.
but she's a Starosta of what?
Yeah. That's fair.
She just watched her grandchild die.
Damn.
She
What about her kid?
you don't know. You haven't asked. And you haven't seen anyone with her, comforting her.
Okay. Then I'll say.
You want to come
We'll
with
head
us?
out. We'll head out in the morning after we take a rest. If you need anything from us before we head out, we will have one member of our party awake throughout the night.
You want to come with us? You can be the Starosta of our team.
Very well. You guys just start collecting all characters.
Just wait for their town to blow up, then collect their Starosta like a fucking Infinity Stone.
I feel like
Red-
Korg. I feel like Korg in fucking in the Thor. When
In
he's
the
like, hey,
Thor.
No,
Oh,
not in
Love and
Thor
Thunder?
Ragnarok.
I'm
Ragnarok.
made
When
of
he's like,
rocks.
hey man, we're about to go jump on that ship. You wanna come?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you gotta get his voice right. It's like,
Hey man, we're about to jump on that ship. You wanna come?
That's actually pretty good.
That's
hey, we have a second
Oh, yeah.
viewer, man. It's 3:50 in the morning.
At least here in this country. Hi there, whoever's there.
Hello. Sorry, we've been talking about we're
Collecting.
not really role playing right now,
We
but
killed off
go
the
back,
city.
we go
No,
back.
we are now.
well, we're about to now. But for a minute there, we
All
were
right,
just talking.
we wake up in the morning.
well, we were supposed to do our
Feeling like
watches.
he did it. No.
Can we
Are we
skip
supposed
the
to do
Can we
watches?
time skip the watches?
For the sake of this, yes, we'll time skip the watches. You guys do your watches.
Well, we
You aren't
left.
attacked in the evening.
That's okay.
That's because we should have just continued speaking and ignored them.
Yep.
That's okay. We learn.
Does that make people leave or something?
Well, not always. It's more like if people are watching Dungeons and Dragons, they want to just watch.
Oh, true.
Some people want you to interact with them, but we don't have much of a fan base, so
Yeah.
you want to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I think that'll come with when they can actually see all of us.
That's true. As
We
well.
need a wider angle.
All of this is being saved on the VOD right now. We shouldn't be talking about this right now.
Let's not.
Oh.
So, for everyone else, you guys make it through the night without much issue, and you wake up in the morning. You guys are probably one of the first to wake up, and you guys head off for Zadash. And I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Are we
I
gonna
agree.
discuss how we're gonna get there?
We walk.
You
We
walk.
fucking- we run.
You don't really have much other options unless you guys can come up with something clever. Anyone?
So
Yes. I do come up with something clever.
Which is?
I make 3 dice rolls of 3 various creatures in my pouch, perchance being able to ride them.
Irene can go on the one with Dane too.
I like this. Okay.
And I checked, and the big creatures can allegedly hold up to 2 people on them.
Two normal sized people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of, you're kind of big and heavy. You.
Yeah, but I could take someone small, like 5'2", like Karis.
Yeah,
and
you can
make
maybe
my
share
thing.
with someone small.
Like an
okay,
Irene.
so please roll.
Are we still doing D10s for this?
Yeah.
Or,
Wait, you can.
so
what,
it's
summon
officially now a
creature?
D10.
It's a D10.
You can like what?
Okay.
Summon a creature?
Welcome to my
His
10 bag of tricks.
Do you have a limited amount of tricks you can do?
I can do so. I'll just quickly explain it to them.
Well,
It's-
sorry, just so you know, because now at this point we've kind of discussed it. The D10 and the D9 part of it can only work once per day,
Fair enough.
max.
So, pretty much, I have a bag of tricks that have 10 creatures in it. These 10 creatures include
Well, 8 creatures.
8
And two
Technically
and
9.
two and two additional consciences. Oh yeah, 9 creatures, and one of those creatures can have 2 forms.
Yeah. So they include things like a let me just open my D&D Beyond real quick. It's right here.
Jackal, ape, baboon, an axebeak, which is a type. It looks almost like a dodo bird. A black bear, a giant weasel, a giant hyena, and a tiger.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So and then the last 2 are the red ferret, Sprinkles from the Mighty
Weasel.
Nine campaign. Weasel.
He's a weasel.
And then that weasel can take the consciousness of a god.
Partial consciousness.
Archfey. If you remember that guy from Vox Machina, that monkey dude that when they were in the Fey realm.
Garmilli.
Yeah, him.
Oh,
So
you can just fucking summon him.
No, so
Basic.
he, if you remember at the end when they let him out, he showed his true form,
Yeah.
which was an Archfey, which is an extremely powerful Fey entity that controls sections of the Fey realm.
What's
Um,
Fae? Oh, Fae is just like what we call the people in.
No, the Fey realm is another like world
Yeah.
that runs parallel to this world.
Yeah, I get that part.
So
but
if-
like the Arch Fae, what?
They control sections of the Fey, of the
Oh, okay.
world of
Oh.
the Fey.
Okay, so
They
they're
are
basically
like they're
demigods.
they're comparable to demigods.
Okay.
So is Fae synonymous with fairy? Because in folklore,
Fairies exist in the Fey, but there's way more creatures outside of the Fey
Okay,
than
I thought
fairies.
Fae would be like the fairy realm, but there's other.
No, in D and
creatures.
D, when I'm saying the Fey, we're talking the Fey realm. It's, it's a massive realm that is filled with all kinds of different creatures.
Yeah, Karis, get with it.
But yes, please roll your D8.
6 and 5.
6 and 5. So we get a black bear and a giant weasel.
Hey, why'd my stream stop?
Weren't you gonna do 3?
So the giant weasel.
Oh wait, 3. I have
Oh
one
yes,
more.
you can do one more.
4.
4.
Sorry, I wasn't looking
Uh,
at the screen.
Oh wait, did we take a long rest? Because then my stuff resets.
Yes, everyone takes a long rest as well.
Yes, my stuff resets.
Okay, what was the last number you said? A 3?
It was
4.
literally 4, 5, 6.
4 and 6. Okay. So you get that large dodo bird-looking creature. That one can hold 2 people.
Ooh.
The black bear can hold 1, and the giant weasel can hold 1.
I want to take
So
the
that's
The
just
weasel.
giant
enough.
weasel could hold 2.
Giant weasel's a medium beast.
I want to take the
Oh.
weasel.
It would need to be a large beast.
Okay, well let's figure this out.
So you guys have enough for your party, but you're short a spot for Irina.
I think Irina should follow them to
You want to send Irina with them?
with them temporarily, and we'll come get her because she needs to go there and heal
Hey,
before.
Dane. They're sending your girlfriend with everyone else.
Wait, what do you mean?
She too fat. She can't. She can't
No.
come.
You guys are missing. You guys only have enough spots right now with the creatures he summoned to carry 4 people.
And Irina's the 5th, so she's
Irina
gonna
would be
have
the
to go with all the
And
people
besides,
that
she has
survived.
1 health point, so she should probably.
No, she long rested. She's healed at this point. She's not at 1 hit point anymore.
She should probably go to
But
safety
she's
rather
still-
than go to the place we know demons are going to, as to not risk blowing her up again. So let's at least until it's safe, make sure that Zadash is safe, because the first thing we're doing when we're going to Zadash is one of the first things. Before we cause a panic, I do want to talk to some shopkeepers while they're blissfully unaware. And then we're going to probably try to call for an evacuation. So,
Alright. Cool. So as long as everyone's okay with that, Irina joins without much fuss. She does.
No, that's crazy. I just realized I can summon modes of transportation potentially for the group.
Potentially, it's a gamble. Not everything in here is necessarily going to be a good choice. The ones you chose, like riding a black bear, for example, I mean,
Trinket. He was nice.
yeah, you can do it. Like, let's see, we got 40 feet of speed, 50 feet of speed, 40. Yeah, so you guys are going to move faster than you would on foot.
Awesome.
What does a horse have for reference?
60.
Shit.
That's still way
So your
better.
guys are going slower than a horse, but you're going faster than walking.
And
What
what does
about
a
running?
carriage have?
Carriage is.
Probably like 50, right?
Yeah,
Is the
it's okay. You can only move as fast as your slowest person,
Mm.
right? So right now the carriage would be slightly faster than you, but it's probably on par with the 60-foot-ish, with the 50-foot-ish.
Yeah, because I was thinking if a horse is pulling a cart, it's not going to be.
It's
full
not exactly
speed.
the same. Yeah, it's a little bit of a slower speed.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, so you guys head off, and Irina says her goodbye to you. gives you a kiss on the cheek, and wishes you luck.
Quick rub and tug.
No. The
A
scene.
little.
Oh. Getting crazy.
Pulls out singular titty.
Yes. Singular titty. That's
You
another.
gonna
That's
say
a new
something
inside joke.
before we head out?
Alrighty.
Good luck in your quest and whatever's left of your city. Okay.
Are you gonna say
Alright.
like you're gonna be back for her or something? You're just gonna.
Zio's really trying to write the anime lore.
I
Like,
think-
I'll see you
I
again.
think Hanna is trying to move on because this whole time he's forgotten about Cassandra, and then we're all like, dude, you've committed, man.
So, yeah.
Alright.
So how long now would it
This has
take
been
us to
great.
get?
You're kind of loose down there though, but no, I'm kidding.
Yo!
I'm kidding.
Hot dog down a hallway.
So
Oh my
it's-
God.
Goodbye. Good luck.
Alrighty, you guys all move on and
And then-
head off on your array of beasts away from the rubble of what was once Hupperduke.
the good
Wait,
the good news
wait.
is about my
Before
animals
we
is
do
they're
that,
not just rideable.
Guys, is there anything? Is this?
I
yes,
wanted
what
to
do you
I wanted to mention one more thing about my animals is they're not just rideable. They're not just like horses that you just ride them slightly faster. You subtract the speed, sure, but they can do things like attack for us and stuff. I essentially added 3 members to our
Can you
team
click yes?
for a day.
All right.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
And what was your last point you wanted to say
I
before
don't
we
know, I
close
don't know
out?
if it's allowed, if you'll allow this, because
Sure.
I'm probably not going to see this chick ever again. Is I try really hard. I know I'm not going to ever be able to do this again. I try really hard to manifest a permanent psionic dagger. Almost like you know how I can like manifest a psionic dagger? One
Yes.
that's like that is like permanently manifested and just give it to her.
Unfortunately, that's not really something you can do.
Okay. never mind.
You can only manifest
Okay.
the dagger when you take the attack action, and after it's hit, it disappears.
Yeah, that was mostly for lore.
No, I know. I hear what you're trying
Yeah.
to say.
Manifest her a tiny, tiny little heart that wouldn't take
Yeah.
very much of
It wouldn't.
No,
It wouldn't
that's-
really function. I'm sorry,
No worries.
but I get the sentiment is there.
I mean,
Alrighty.
it would be cool if he like reduced a point of intelligence to make it a permanent dagger.
We'll discuss this off stream. But for anyone who's looking at this at some point in the future, maybe, thank you for watching.
It's our first stream.
Thank you.
Our first attempt, at
So
least.
when we're rich and famous and you come back 10 years from now and you're like, how did they start out? You'll remember that half of us weren't in frame. You still haven't seen Zaveldra, and
Maybe we'll never see Sylvaldra.
He's hiding. Alrighty.
He's
Thank
clapped.
you everyone for watching.
We appreciate you, and we'll see you next
We
time.
love you. See you
Bye.
around, divers.
Bye.
Bye.
this has been the Babu Brigade.
The inside jokes.
All right.